Well, 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 it's about that time. It is the Brazil offline pro competition major event with the players here. We're down to 8 players left. My name is Ketchup, joined by the wonderful Ultra David.
Hello, everybody, and it is going to be an awesome top 8. I hope that you've been enjoying the top 24 all day today so far. The top 8 is full of interesting matchups, interesting characters, and players with very interesting storylines to follow over the last couple of years. It's going to be a blast.
But before we start this top 8, we have something to talk about and something to mention. For those of you that are looking forward to where this all finishes, final combat of this year, it just so happens we have a little announcement for everybody.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Final Combat.
That's where Khameleon is looking. There it is! Oh, he waited for it! It grand champion for Mortal Kombat 1 here. No, not again. He tried to get... Oh, and Wise Gemini tried to get away.
With the pop-off BG, I am so sorry. What? Nobody condemned that into the orb. That was disgusting.
It's so big! Combo in again!
Oh my God! And Sonic with Raiden is your first.
It's like it all in the K device covered once again. Full combo conversion.
One of my favorite cities, Toronto. It is a blast. I'm super excited for Final Combat to be coming up in June, just a few months away. I noticed a little extra was on there than I had thought was on there before.
So an increased prize pool for Final Combat. It's going June 14th to 16th. The important thing about the last chance qualifier is that if you want to get involved, you can sign up for the LCQ right now. Start.gg/Final Combat, I believe, is the link, but don't quote me. I'm only a mere commentator.
That's what they got out there. Yep. Yeah. Well, how would you know? I don't know. That's because it said.
You can play
10 seconds ago.
That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
Is that if you want to compete in LCQ, now is the time to sign up, get practicing, get ready for it. There is, of course, more characters on the way, as we've seen in the Combat Pack. We've just had Peacemaker release. Over time, more and more of those characters will become legal. So Peacemaker, definitely be legal by then.
Yep.
Janet Cage as well, so you'll love to see it. Let's talk about the bracket of today at the moment. ScorpionProcs versus KingGambler to start things off. Then it's Nicolas versus BryanLorrani. So already in that top half, it's heavy-hitting players. 3 players you kind of expected to see. 1 surprise hit. Not a surprise for the Brazilian scene, but when it comes to Sub-Zero and Rain at this level of play, a surprise for everybody else.
Well, Bryan getting through the really strong Sindel player, Fezogabe, in the first place. I talked with some folks. Although they think Bryan's great, that was still considered an upset by them. And then after that, for him to get through MKJavier 3-1, it's a great weekend for him so far. Then in loser's side, Murillo has been a blast to watch all weekend. Shao, Darrius. And not, he is here in loser's side, having made it past Axioma in the end. But right before that, he had an absolutely incredibly close match versus ScorpionProcs. ScorpionProcs took that 3-2. Murillo versus KillerXinok. And he himself lost down here to KingGambler. Had to make it past after that. A good buddy of his in Fezogabe. Then Conqueror versus MKJavier. It really seemed like it was possible for both of these players to not make the top 8. The way that their qualifying matches went in the top 16. Conqueror 3-2 over Chocolate. And for Javier, 3-2 over Zangue Frio.
I gotta say, being here in the venue, it has been an electric atmosphere. I mean, it's kind of expected. South America is such a hub for Mortal Kombat, and the story of that stems, 30 years, as long as the franchise has existed. And that passion has always been here, and the crowd, the players, everyone's been supporting everyone. There has, of course, been a lot of bias towards the Brazilian players.
Of course.
That's where we are.
That's where we are.
It's what happens. But let's talk about this first match. KingGambler versus ScorpionProcs. KingGambler is, speaking of final combat, he's here for one reason, points.
Yep.
And top 8 puts him in a great position. He's going to see how much further he can go.
Yo!
Immediately, that Johnny Cage Goro with the armored punish.
He was saying to us yesterday, you don't have experience against Johnny Goro at a high level unless you've played me. I'm the guy. Nobody else has that.
And that is so, classic of KingGambler. I mean, KingGambler, whether it was down to the Green Lantern of Injustice 2, the Brood Mother Devourer of MKX, he likes strong characters, but he likes it when they've got weird stuff.
Yeah. For sure. Interesting start for both, forcing the issue yet again, and KingGambler willing to take off some life and a bar to get rid of that. Oh, that said, and a little keep up here because of the knives. I love the conversion.
Now, of course, talking about ScorpionProcs, anyone that's been watching the recent Evos will know of the chains.
Can he get out of there? No, not at the time.
He'll survive this, but to be fair, there's no...
Oh, the Kano did the trick.
Oh, he got him!
Wow, that little extra damage from the Kano at the end of the throw. I love that.
Cannot believe he squeezed out that Kano the way he did.
That was great. Really hard to time.
Oh, the throw with punish. No one home. Oh, we escape. We're just getting out of there. KingGambler.
Other side of the screen, just like that. Stabbing in on his way through. Oh.
Yeah, ScorpionProcs doesn't want to overcommit any of those standing buttons. That Johnny Cage launcher is rather significant. Sadly, I think that was meant to be a shadow kick. Didn't quite manage to squeeze that one out. Would have been a full combo.
Oh! This happened to work out.
A lot of work to do for this comeback, especially with Raiden.
Here we go.
Kanos locked and loaded, but there goes Goro. Gonna take a while for the big man to come back, though. That's a chunky recharge time.
Yeah, but if Gambler gets one correct combo here, he's gonna do it already.
All right, wait a minute. 3
Goro's
bars
here.
a meter.
No! Not gonna get it! ScorpionProcs with the buttons faster for game number 1.
KingGambler trying to dedicate to that slow overhead, but I mean, Raiden's 1-2, one of the fastest buttons in the game, really. Especially with what it leads to. You got that EX shocker for a full combo. I think good awareness there, just knowing that, look, my opponent's not point blank, so I kind of like my chances getting this button out. Yeah. And it worked.
It was absolutely right.
Just because
Always
you're knocked
brave.
onto the floor does not mean it's your opponent's turn guaranteed.
Too far! And unfortunately for Gambler, he gets punished, as you say. It's ScorpionProcs always aware. Fully in the corner.
That's the whole thing go. That's going to be a Storm Cell into Kano. Big chunk of damage, a knockdown. Situation that KingGambler definitely rather not have. All right, Kano ball, big jump in.
Oh, boy.
It's Johnny Cage, right? He's got probably the best jump kick in the game.
So strong, yeah.
Hard to anti-air with a button, but the up block, the old reliable.
Feels like all the mix-ups so far have been on. Wow, he was way far away. ScorpionProcs was at the right spot.
Always looking to just get the most out of that shadow kick. It's one of the reasons that KingGambler likes having Goro. Getting a full combo from your shadow kick is something that he loves. Or instant. That looked like a wake-up micro duck or something. Either way, lovely side switch. Something that I've noticed from just being in Brazil here, so many of these players, their combos are so heavily tied to whether they want to side switch or not. The corner, so paramount for winning a round or, in some cases, losing it, right?
Sure. Oh, get him on the punish. So ScorpionProcs, a combo away from going up 2-0. Gambler's in big trouble here. Even on block, if there's no falls. Oh, that's good for ScorpionProcs. And Gambler way too far. Yeah, I think looking for the same thing again.
Yeah, that's 2 times he hasn't been able to get his shadow kick, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, and the ball, you're not neutral ducking under that as you could under knives. So 2-0 quickly for ScorpionProcs.
People have often said, we see this Stryker meta. How is it with Raiden that we see Kano? Why don't you just pick Stryker instead? Really is the existence of 2 fantastic ambush cameos that just so happen to work perfectly. You can crouch the knives, yes, of course, but the Kano ball's a different beast. It doesn't give you the same utility. Yeah. It just gives you safety. Can't crouch it, got a flawless block it or armor or something else. And it's just the perfect pairing.
Gambler so far away, he couldn't get the whip punish up close. Really trying to play at a safe range, and yet ScorpionProcs is there. And again, very quickly, got the corner. 15 seconds into the round, fully wall behind him. KingGambler stuck. I don't know, man.
It is looking kind of rough. I mean, Gambler isn't really having many opportunities to really start the Johnny Cage that we're familiar with, right? The constant pressure, the buttons, the plus frames, you then do something into maybe rising uppercut. We just haven't seen any of that. It's been all ScorpionProcs. It's been Raiden, point blank, Storm Cell, Kano, pushback, and then it's, I don't know, I land the next hit.
Yeah, and it's nice to get kick into Goro into a little bit of extra damage, but it really is a little bit of extra damage, and ScorpionProcs has not been dissuaded from playing as he has been because of that. Match point for him.
I mean, it's an important top 8 for KingGambler. I mean, he has, I would definitely think it's safe to say that with the North America, the hardest region for online, because there is the most players, there's a huge concentration. Gambler has been able to do pretty damn well for himself in offline as well, but this event is important to just get as many points as possible. And with these kind of opponents lying in wait, it's easier said than done. I mean, just look at this in the corner. Kano isn't even available, but give it a few seconds.
It'll be fine, yeah.
Chase down with the shadow kick.
Not the worst punish. Actually surprised not to have seen a Goro after that.
Gotta be careful.
ScorpionProcs again, taking off a bunch of life. Oh!
All right,
Gambler can't really absorb many more hits even. He's trying it. Here's trying it.
All 3 games, this is the first time we've seen even a shred of Johnny Cage pressure. Goro.
And it's working!
Now, ScorpionProcs, what's he gonna do here?
He tried some big stuff, and he's willing to bet 3 bars that this is the round.
With Kano locked and loaded, Chip alone will kill. And now, big trouble for Gambler.
Oh! Gambler!
He finds the round! I don't know how. 0.09 HP.
0.09 is one of the lowest numbers I've seen the entire time I've been playing MK1.
A wise man once said
0.09.
That's really low. Uh-oh. Unfortunately, though, all momentum being taken away here.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Immediately as well. He can keep it up here. Nah, beautiful.
Gambler has to do everything he can to make the most out of this absolute miracle of a round he pulled back, but looking kind of hard now. Low poke into Storm Cell. Here comes the Kano. All of this Chip. Getting caught. That's a launcher, and although there is a breaker, now almost too much of a hill to climb, I fear.
A small chance. It's going to be very difficult. ScorpionProcs is in a comfortable spot. He can just throw projectiles. He can be safe. He can call out Kano. Yeah, and even that is a very important chip at this time. Waiting for Kano to come back. No, and a stab in as Gambler felt like he needed to overextend, understandably so. ScorpionProcs was going to run away, get another Kano, get a little bit more chip, and it's just a tough situation for him because ScorpionProcs came out of this gate just running as fast as possible.
Gambler was off to a good start the moment this series began. It's just that the way that this matchup unfolded, you know, Cage, especially with the Goro, it's built around constant pressure. You know, the plus frames that Cage has on his own, being able to throw out extra special moves on the end. You know the Goro's going to come in, probably make it plus to continue even more. Most of the time it's a 1-1 or something. And that's kind of the staple Cage pressure that we know Gambler for. But with the Raiden here, and the fact that so many of those long-range kind of low to the ground buttons were always had a Storm Cell on top of it, which always had a Kano, which always had pushback. There was just never really an opportunity besides like a couple of instances. That comeback was absolutely gorgeous. There was just no instance for Gambler to, you know, frankly, do what he wanted to do.
Yeah. Textbook stuff from ScorpionProcs. So he secures his berth in winners finals on one side. And now we could have the chance for something that's happened many, many times over the past couple years in the MK scene in international tournaments where ScorpionProcs and Nicolas waltz over here from Chile directly into the winners finals. And that's what we could see. It's Nicolas versus BryanLorrani, and that is a very interesting matchup. He presents stuff that is just rare to see. Some of the things that he's been doing with Sub and Khameleon, I haven't seen other people do before. And you know, we have now seen him play for the last day and a half. So it's not like Nicolas, I think, is going to get caught off guard by all of that stuff. But still, it is a very interesting set of ideas, and he's taking out big names and doing it.
The big thing about this tournament is that the Twins have definitely had to work hard to be in this top 8.
Sure.
You know, both matches resulted in just unbelievably close, you know, game 5, last round. In some cases, last hit, if anyone watched the one with Conqueror, for example.
Yeah.
So it was no easy ride getting into this top 8, but now we're here. It's like, right, is history going to just kind of repeat itself?
That's the question.
We've seen them play against each other a lot in Liga Latina.
Sure.
They have fought many times in that, and they, much like MK11, play a lot of the same characters. They like to do their mirror matches, lots of Liu Kang and Kung Lao, I think, when I see them play online. But yeah, I mean, we got to talk about Bryan here. So if I'm not mistaken, 16 years of age. Mortal Kombat 1 is not Bryan's like absolute first fighting game ever, but it is the first game that he has taken seriously. I spoke to him a lot yesterday.
Like 6 months ago, but okay, yeah.
Yeah. I spoke to him a lot yesterday evening, actually, after he had made his way to the next day, and he was saying that he played a fair amount of 11 casually, and he really liked Rain, which is kind of one of the reasons that he ended up playing Rain in this game, and has also moved into Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero, the kind of character that the community really cannot decide where this character lies. Some people say that he's undisputed bottom 3. Personally, I do not agree. I think that maybe he's kind of sitting around that mid at highest. Got to give him credit. He's not a broken character, right? He's far from the best.
Yeah.
But especially with the introduction of Khameleon, this character has just started to have more potential. There's a lot of prominent Sub-Zero players online that are very, very talented. In tournament, we don't see as many Sub-Zeros. This kind of event is the exact kind of showing I kind of hoped we'd always see. Someone that has that know-how with Sub, understands the character. The Khameleon certainly helps because all of a sudden, Sub becomes kind of cheap.
Yeah, he's got some really interesting stuff. Credible overhead low mix-ups into big damage either way. He's got great movement potential. He's got punish potential. He has full juggle potential. If you catch somebody jumping with size, I love the conversion into slide that he had from like 2/3 screen was great. Just a lot of stuff that I feel kind of opens up things about the character that individually are good, but that like didn't deal damage before.
Yes.
Or that like didn't really give you pressure before. But now they do because you have the right cameo in there to make it happen.
It is a combination, Sub. When you look at Sub-Zero, and we're talking about Sub, we might actually see Rain. I was actually talking to Bryan earlier when he made it into top 8, and he said to me, "I think I'm using Rain here," and that is, I think that's if Nicolas goes Raiden Kano.
Okay.
If he does go with the Raiden Kano. No, he's doing Sub first. So possibly a story for another time. We'll hold the Rain information for, if it happens. But I mean, the Khameleon pairing here with Sub, she fixes the issue of giving him a lot of meterless combo conversions.
Yep.
She turns his slide into a launcher, which is just great for mobility and punishes at range. The overhead low mix-up. We ain't talking about back 3 and back 2. We're talking about back 3-4, which has an unseeable Melina bull roll on the end. Wake up!
Hey!
And that's
a way to start things off here.
Wake up launcher.
Not bad. Oh, denied actually. Nicolas out of there. And he on reaction actually. That was incredible. But nice chase by Bryan, as you say.
Now, how far is this Sub-Zero going to be able to go?
Oh, the pink one. The pink one's up there. And instead, he goes for the grab, knowing this fear that instills.
And for those that don't know, that Melina throw is very, very plus.
Yeah.
It does less damage than the others, but it's the most plus grab in the game. Oh, the fan lift doesn't quite hit its mark. Unfortunate. The punish happens regardless. And now Melina is back. No wake up this time.
There it is!
Back 3-4. It's back 3-4 or back 3 overhead roll. I believe both directions, 18 frames. Unseeable, same speed. The glow. No more Kano here. That breaker has been forced with the benefit of Khameleon. We don't need meter to get combos. Speaking of which,
Bryan's
it's
in.
Melina time.
The pink one. Oh, great block this. Oh, no, not close enough for the punish. It's quite unsafe, but there was range there.
That's one big thing about constantly playing this Khameleon cameo. You have to be on it, just knowing the rotation of those disguises, knowing what your options are going to be. Tries to individually go for that back two.
Oh!
The patience from Nicolas, though, ready for it.
Yeah, excellent. A little read by him there. As he gets to dash up, steal a little bit more chip. Excellent flawless, however. And again! The Glaive's back.
If you have the Jade ready, there's just not going to be anywhere near as much risk. Now,
against
someone like Nicolas, I do find it highly unlikely that just a raw back two is going to hit him.
Okay, there we go.
There we go. David, he has been blocking almost every single one.
Yeah, I think that's why Bryan started out with a grab when he was first on the pink.
Nice punish.
All the way into the corner. Nicolas just setting up the lightning cage immediately.
All right, even more of this pressure. I mean, anyone that's competitive Mortal Kombat, you know exactly what Raiden and Kano is going to be doing here.
Again, stands up on reaction. There it is. Yeah, there's a ton of things in this game. We just get right on through that. See ya.
At least we're out the corner. Bryan testing.
Hey!
He's blocked a lot of overheads, but you can only block for so long when it's true. 50-50.
Oh, no.
Trying to meaty with the overhead, but that delayed wake up made the whole thing punishable.
And his cameo got hit. Yep, so no breaker. Only flawless between him and the end of the round, and that wasn't enough.
But we're going straight into restart match, so happy with the Sub-Zero for now, but we shall see what happens here. Clone push, yeah. Projectile into fan lift is just such a good strat.
Yeah.
Hit confirm that forward 4-3 though. Full combo here for Raiden.
Trying to stagger it a little bit. Bryan with the flawless block. I keep saying perfect up there in Portuguese and thinking it's called perfect block. Flawless block. Nicolas up close now, as he has been. Bryan in trouble. Okay, well his texture's still on point.
Now, I mean, one of the saving graces of the pressure for Bryan has been, right, as long as we have Melina on screen and I land, I'm within back 3 range, we can get something, but he's going to have to be reliant on that one disguise. The second Katana's available, it hasn't been as good. Safe jump there for Bryan. Something that he in particular loves with Sub-Zero, those safe jumps.
Yeah. Ah, yes. Khameleon was getting hit on that too. So Nicolas still looking strong. A lot of resources on both sides.
Just a tricky match here against Raiden Kano. You know, Raiden, not going in with Kano. Understands I can probably hold fire on this. I'm not going to get punished. You understand if Sub-Zero slide punishes you, he's only going to get mileage if Katana's ready. Punish.
Hey, the flawless is there pretty often for Bryan. Low, he tried it again. He's seen that work a couple of times. And Nicolas again gets just stabbing here and there.
Definitely wasn't expecting that final hit, but it doesn't mean much.
There it is.
Clone on block being punished by Stormcell every time, and that is going to be difficult here for Bryan. If you can punish Clone, removes a lot of that defensive capability.
Definitely.
Forces you to go for the Clone into EX, which is meter intensive. Not that great.
Well, Bryan's in huge trouble. He finds himself in the corner. The flawless is there, but the grab is going to come immediately afterward. Just like that, it is 2-0 as the twins march incessantly onward to winners finals.
I have a feeling that we might see Rain now. Yeah, character change. So yeah, when Bryan was chatting with me earlier, said, I really think I might use Rain for this matchup. He was talking about some possible punishes for the Stormcell and if there's not an airtight gap between them. But you know, going in with the Sub-Zero first kind of leads me to believe that in this game probably prefers the Sub. And the Rain is there when necessary. Rain was used yesterday to make a reverse sweep.
Yes.
To move forward in bracket, make it into the next day in winner's side. So clearly the Rain is still capable and well practiced. But I think Sub-Zero is just probably the favorite. And we have the comfort of the loser's bracket is there if we need it. And now we'll see if the Rain is going to give him what he's after.
It was ScorpionProcs who he was down 0-2 against. He made the complete comeback with Rain. Well, the idea was there, but if the awareness of Nicolas to punish on reaction with Superman is like that the whole time, some of those ideas for putting stuff out there on the screen are going to be a lot tougher.
I mean, one of the issues is that Rain, he's not necessarily a zoner, but he's more of a range-focused character. Up close, he's got fast armor, but it's jumpable, it's kind of whiff punishable. Now, the Khameleon is a different idea, because I don't see a lot of Rain and Khameleon, so how it's going to work with this matchup, I guess we kind of have to just wait and see.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat.
It's going to be a lot of chip, though. The flawless block keeps him alive, a good throw tech, but
yeah, but even that was a bunch of damage on the percentage of his health bar. That's cute.
But I mean, it is Nicolas. He is not going to get hit by those
overheads. For sure.
That is a mix-up.
Yeah, but even on block. Oh, but
flawless block!
Still alive, just barely. Ends the string, and his tech's still there.
How is he still alive? The backup respects the plus frames.
Look at his patience by Nicolas.
Getting hit by the low.
Commitment.
Oh, there's so much that needs to be done here.
Oh, yeah. And again, on reaction, as we were saying, that's the second time that he's seen that come out, and on reaction, get the fly.
All right, let's have a look here. We have seen some rather incredible stuff from this Rain yesterday, and Khameleon was the cameo that let it happen.
Woo! How did he know? And punish on landing, however, not into much.
That down
Ryan's
3 is such a
waiting.
crucial button.
Yes, excellent range on that. All that aside, again, as his sub was, he's caught in the corner. He's getting harassed here. Confirm will come. And he's in big trouble. Nicolas is looking great. Everything firing on full cylinders for him. A little bit of extra conversion. Doing all the work he can. It's not going to be enough, surely, but anything is going to do it now.
Didn't get the Storm Cell. I mean, there is a small percentage of a chance, but I mean, unlikely. I mean, you're fighting Raiden Kano. If you get within Storm Cell distance, you're in trouble. All right, can we back up?
Just a lot of excellent patience by Nicolas as well. Not taking any risk on this. Stuff the ball!
Kano!
0.9 health!
Ah!
And there you go. Nicolas! 3 games to 0. Both of the twins in winners finals, as we've seen before. Both of them 3-0 in their winners top 8 match.
The thing is, the twins were the favorites for a lot of people for a good reason.
Yes.
Anyone that has paid even slight attention to sort of the last couple of years of competitive modern Mortal Kombat will just know Nicolas and ScorpionProcs. A lot of you probably saw them at EVO, was the year you know, but you know they have been in other North American tournaments, which many of us saw them for the first time. And then EVO was kind of like their big, as far as the FGC goes, breakout performances. But that means that going into Mortal Kombat 1, those two players have had quite... I mean, look, you can see just, winners finals. We get that minimum 3rd place.
Oh, yeah.
It still means a great deal to them. The thing about the two brothers is that they've collectively done quite well in their region of Liga Latina. So point-wise, they're doing pretty good.
They're doing great. Nicolas is currently 7th. Well, coming into this weekend, 7th in points overall on the global leaderboard, and ScorpionProcs was 4th overall on the global leaderboard. So they were already in qualifying range for Final Combat on the global leaderboard, in addition to doing great in their regional leaderboards too. So both excellent chances to make it in. To be honest, might be wrapping that up with how they do this weekend in terms of the global points. So we'll see.
I mean, if the two of them can get grand finals here, that's going to be just only a good thing.
Yep.
Yeah, we do still have Combo Breaker after this. So Combo Breaker will be that final opportunity to get the offline points.
Yep.
And then obviously it'll be last chance qualifier after that. But there's still, there's some players in the running here that would very much appreciate more of an injection of those points. So, of course, ScorpionProcs and Nicolas, 2 prime examples. KingGambler, that's why he's here. MKJavier, that too is why he's here.
Yeah.
Because this is a great opportunity. And I got to say, the level of play we have seen this weekend in Brazil has been every bit as superb as I was hoping to see.
Agreed. Absolutely agreed. Yeah, it's been a blast to watch. And some of the strongest players who I thought coming into this weekend would do great are in losers' side now. Well, I guess everybody is except for ScorpionProcs and Nicolas. But to start out this top 8, KillerXinok is there. His opponent will be Murilobos. And on the other side, Conqueror and MKJavier both started out this top 8 in losers' side. Certainly those 3 names are people who I thought would make a great run. Now, top 8 is great in this context, but nevertheless, on losers' side.
David, I just had a thought. It's another offline major top 8 for the pro competition, and another loser's side top 8 match, of which we will see Shao Darrius versus Lao Goro. Yeah. We saw that exact same matchup at UFA. Shouts to Video Game Joe and Boki, 2 European legends. They had that exact match at, I believe, it's either the same part of the tournament or it might have been like slightly further in. But it was a hell of a match. And I did not think we would see that exact character match again.
Yeah, of course.
Halfway across the world.
Of course. But that is what it's going to be. And Murillo has had... I mean, what a great weekend for him. Another 16-year-old player, very young, comes into this weekend very highly recommended by all the players in Brazil. I had heard about him even before things started. It was 3-2 for him versus ScorpionProcs. Extremely close match. High tech on either side. And then he made his way past Axioma. Now we got KillerXinok, had to take out his buddy Fezogabe on the way into this top 8. Here we go. Loser's side. KillerXinok, long time one of the best players in the region. Murillo on his come up, and there now.
With the General Shao and Darrius, a team that is very, very dangerous. And even Murillo, so close to getting top 8 winner's side.
Yes. Again, versus ScorpionProcs, #1 seed.
Even that is disgusting. Calling in Darrius, then doing the overhead low mix. And if they block the mix, you get another mix. And then if the first one hit, it's a combo. Ah, Darrius.
No, it's really good. Yeah.
Man, get all the way from the PS2.
What a jump back!
But
no punish.
oh,
That said, Murillo here still pumping that damage out. It's going to be enough.
General Shao, if there's one thing he's got, it is beefy damage.
Yeah.
And it's even more so thanks to Darrius, and it's, you know, he can give you these massive combo extensions if you want. He can give you the full combo mix-ups.
Oh no! Wow. Dropping it. Look at this. Just like that. Murillo takes his turn back. KillerXinok had this whole combo with a Goro and 3 bars and chose not to do anything about it.
Now, those of you that will be paying some close attention will probably see it throughout the course of the series. Darrius was given a new move a couple of patches ago. It is a variation of his overhead heel kick. This one doesn't launch the same way the old one does. However, you can use it as an ambush on knockdowns, and it only costs half a bar, so keep an eye out on that. Overhead, crouches. Challenge is actually the mistiming of the Goro to make it high.
There's Murillo. No armor to have to worry about, but still very close.
Both players with a fatal blow. Any substantial hit that you can confirm into, that's the end of the round.
Yeah.
And we have seen...
Murillo! Oh, boy. Darrius out to play. Hold on, he missed it! He missed it!
Oh, no,
And
David.
KillerXinok's not even going to have to spend the fatal to take the round.
That is absolutely tragic. Landed the hit, opted to go for the Darrius instead of anything else, and
Yeah.
that is unfortunate.
What is again? Okay.
Yep,
Not a
that's
lot
a
out of
mix.
it, but yeah. Whoa! See ya, Goro! Goro partying behind him, raising the wrong roof.
He skipped Goro. He is a legend. Oh! Another hit there with the low. The patience there. I mean, you got to be so careful. At any moment, that armor could just boom out of nowhere. And KillerXinok, I mean, he's all about those mind games. Just because he doesn't have Goro, that doesn't mean he's not going to armor. Like, it's still safe.
Yeah,
-7.
right.
Only about 3 characters in the game can punish -7. A good first game. However,
Well, huge swing in that first game.
not to be that master of hindsight, but we have to talk about that round.
Absolutely.
That mishap, mistiming the launcher there and just dying for it.
It very well could be 1-0 Murillo.
Absolutely. Up block on wake up, maybe expecting an overhead perhaps.
Oh, there it comes. Keep it up.
KillerXinok. Oh, okay. This combo is going to take a decent amount of time, so it's going to give us time for Goro to regenerate.
Oh man, all the mix-ups are working out for him. He's got Goro back. Any button into anything is going to give him the armor. There it is.
Wake up down 1, good block on the overhead.
And
Now that
Murillo backs
overhead,
off.
it's going to have significantly more recovery than the low, so just because you call in Darrius doesn't really mean you can get anything extra. Really liking to. He's trying to prioritize having the Darrius kick and then use the plus frames rather than take that roundhouse and commit it into something else like the back or the forward cameos.
Ooh, he actually moved past Darrius. Funky.
Yeah, so if the opponent does nothing in those instances, you can move past Darrius, but if you wake up there, it will armor break.
Right.
So a lot of those early Darrius calls are done on anticipation of the opponent's armor, especially against Kung Lao. Nice overhead, that's a full combo. No breaker for you. Not that I think KillerXinok was going to break there, but 1 round apiece.
I really like that Murillo went back for the overhead after KillerXinok in that sequence right before it did wake up block, just in case. And then Murillo was like, that's what you were thinking about last time. You won't be thinking about that again. Trying to be outside of that danger zone. Here it is.
Uh-oh, David. I can see Darrius. I see him ready. Are we going to use him? Yep.
Oh.
Good armor. That is going to be one of the issues you will have with this kind of cameo, as
All
strong
these
armor can power through.
hits are working, grabs are working.
Oof. Could have been a lot worse for KillerXinok there, so I'm sure he's happy to just take it down too.
Boy, those mix-ups have all been working out, it feels like. There you go. Had to immediately break. Would have been in big trouble otherwise.
Armor available for KillerXinok.
Yes.
No
No Goro, though.
however. And we are just about to get Darrius back. Axe goes down.
Way far away. You don't want to be there. Outside of command grab range. Okay!
No!
No, you were right. No.
No was the right.
No,
That is
2 games to
unfortunate.
0, and in 2 extremely important moments, Murillo had combo routes that either didn't work or unfortunately were dropped.
If he loses this set, he's going to look back at those 2 rounds and just... You'll go into training mode and just remind yourself that, hang on, wait, no, I'm doing this. You'll probably do it 10 times blindfolded, you know what I mean? But the second you're in tournament and things are stressful, to say the least, it can all fall apart. Unfortunate business, but it ain't KillerXinok's problem, who is styling on this round. And plenty of time for more Goro to come back.
It's all him. Even here, as the block happened, okay, jump early too. Huge hitbox on that. Get back in there, fully on the wall. Okay! Murillo with the conversion. He's got 2 bars left. Now, KillerXinok with a bar and a Goro, and Murillo, no thank you, he's trying to get out of there. KillerXinok with the footsies on reaction. Match point, just like that. 3-0 is on threat right now. Murillo was a round away from getting into winner's side over ScorpionProcs. And here's KillerXinok trying to play spoiler for him.
I absolutely would not have expected a 3-0 if that's how this goes, but still a chance to stay alive. It's just the hardest challenge a player can have. You know, you have to reverse sweep, but you're also match point down. So there's a lot of, as much work that can possibly be needed in this situation. Never say never, however. And we always see wonderful things in these pro tournaments. Lovely.
Oh!
Low overhead low. And the axe to come down.
How are you going to block that axe? That's an axe. You can't block that.
Strong forearms, mate. Strong forearms. All right, match point still remains for KillerXinok. The EX confirm. Side switch. Smart stuff. Wake up! No follow-up hit, though. We absorbed a hit there. Watch out for the armor. I get so nervous. I know there's no Goro, but there's 2 bars.
No, I hear you, man.
Good block.
Great defense right there by KillerXinok. It's his turn, and right on cue. Now that Goro is a threat. He wanted the overhead.
Can't
Murillo trying to get away. He just does not want to be in that dangerous range where there could be armor into Goro.
Drops the combo.
Oh, no.
That is not just damage, though. That is corner carry that you've also missed out on. Overhead. Wait a minute. We're going to spend more meter. We have Goro, and we will spend.
Oh, hold on a sec. Huh? But even chip. Even chip. 4.17 left for Murillo. He needs to get everything right. And he did not. It's KillerXinok 3 games to 0. As close as everything was in that top 16, almost all of those matches were 3-2. Everything so far in this top 8, not exactly like that. 3-0, 3-0, 3-0 so far.
It has been this round. It's almost
it's
almost painful to see it.
Oh.
Because the thing is, you know, and I'm not going to speak on behalf of any players. The thing about those kind of mistakes is, you know, when you're a young player and this whole experience, you know, how long realistically if there's a young player who's 16, you know, how long realistically have they been playing in this competitive environment? You're in the top 8 of a major event. Oof. Your first game goes down to, you can see the frustration, you know, the frustration is there. How much of that stays with you in the rest of the match?
Yeah.
You know,
Hard to get away from that.
Still playing really well, you know, but just those tiny mistakes that cost you games, you need to have absolute mental stack to not be thinking about that even a little bit throughout the rest of the match. And that last resort there tries to stick out an advancing button just in case it connected. Good sportsmanship from KillerXinok to sort of comfort and say, you know, GG's, you know, well done.
I mean, I think that's great. You know, he's coming from the sort of elder statesman position in that relationship right there. You're right that Murillo is, as 16-year-old, relatively new to this stuff.
Yeah.
And there's a very high ceiling, obviously, for him if he wants to stick with this. If he's been playing competitively for 6 months and he got into 7th place at this offline event where countless killers did not make it, it's already looking good. It's going to sting in the moment, of course, but I think the future is looking good for Murillo. Now we go to the final losers round 1 match, a huge one, a match that could have been grand finals. Why not? Could have been. It's not. It's losers round 1 in top 8. One of them's out after this, Conqueror and MKJavier.
So Conqueror was another player that very, very nearly made it into top 8 on the winner's side versus Nicolas, and it was the closest match I think I've ever seen in Mortal Kombat 1. I feel like it statistically may even have had the highest amount of timeouts, which for me was a testament to both of their defense and, of course, their flawless block ability. Because it was Raiden Kano versus Kenshi, so that's a lot of chip damage in theory, yet somehow there were loads of timeouts. I don't know how that works. I'm not going to do the maths.
Both of them have the ability to get huge damage, not just chip damage, and that happened almost never.
Yeah. When Javier won his match in loser's side, I spoke to him immediately afterwards, and his hands were shaking. You know, that was a Game 5. The whole of Brazil behind you, wanting you to lose because, you know, you're against the hometown hero. It's the same thing with Conqueror. Javier is going to have to block out this crowd because they are going to back Conqueror here.
And very interesting that he plays without the headphones in that kind of context, as he did last time, too.
Now, actually, interesting.
Hey!
Talking to Javier before this tournament even began, like on Friday, I think it was, and he said, you know, I actually, of all the top tiers, I like fighting Kenshi as Scorpion.
Okay.
Curious to see how much of that we see here, because Conqueror, of course, phenomenal Kenshi and has all of the conversions, the weird situations and everything else. How much of a Scorpion of this caliber has he played with? Because I know there's a really good Scorpion here in Brazil as well.
A lot of patience right there by Conqueror. That said, you know, excellent start by Conqueror. It's actually pretty close in life. After a full Sento combo into Oki after that, Javier survived and gets to play this distance game. If he would like, certainly what he oftentimes goes to. He can stay away as Stryker comes back again.
Good.
That's not the kind of trade he wants. Yeah, great job by Conqueror.
Activate that sub armor. Yeah, we do have a rather clear disadvantage for Conqueror not having the Sento stance active, so we are just in our regular, normal stance. Oh, wait, he found it! He found it! Fatal blow. That's it. That's the round. Javier, the master of just that. When that fatal blow is ready, I can't tell you how many times I've commentated Javier where he just finds the hit. He just finds a way to get that fatal blow, to get that game-changing damage.
It's a great round to take because, again, that was one where Conqueror had the full Sento combo into pressure, and yet lost it anyway. No, he's fine! Ice Vest.
That Ice Vest is going to help massively versus Stryker in most situations. Forward throw here. Keeping it nice and simple. And that is sort of simplicity is the aim of the game with Javier.
Yeah.
He's not a flashy player with this pairing. I mean, kind of tends to be with stuff like, you know, Khameleon or maybe the pre-patched Cyrax, but with Stryker, it's all about efficiency. It ain't pretty, but it gets the job done.
And again, a lot of the time is spent away, just waiting for Stryker to come back. Very cautious, very safe.
Oh, interesting. He didn't press a button there, really.
Yes. In the meantime, again, Conqueror is willing to take his time, too. We saw that many times in many rounds versus Nicolas. As you said, it went down to timeout who knows how many times. Hey, big whiff punish into the boy. Coming out. Javier just got Stryker back, so if there's another hit, look for a break.
Big damage, and we set that into the unseeable overhead low.
He called, you know, he called out defensive counter call Stryker grenades. Okay, that's helpful in some cases, but unfortunately Stryker got hit again, which meant, again, no breaker available.
Look no further than possibly the greatest comeback potential in this entire game. I don't know if Peacemaker's going to maybe replace that mantle, but right now, Kenshi, that Sento, it gets going, and it hits hard.
He was not there. Oh, boy.
Hesitation.
I am surprised, yeah.
Wow! Reed on that standing 2 was ready for the duck straight away. Conqueror.
And he chases, but again, doesn't need to overcommit.
We do have Stryker ready. Keep yourself safe. We're not going to get chipped. Those flawless blocks. That is one thing about Conqueror. His defense has been incredible all weekend. And those flawless blocks, they shut down chip damage. They prevent meter gain. Stryker finds his hit, though.
And Javier finds whatever he wants. Up close, please. No, he backs off.
A clear game plan, you know.
Absolutely right.
I don't want to be anywhere near you, mate.
Just mashing the backdash.
I've said it all weekend long. I think Scorpion has the best backwards movement in the game.
I mean, you know, they really leaned into the, like, zonery angle of Scorpion. It's always kind of been there as, like, a pestering full screen guy.
He's always had
you feel it more here though.
He's had mobility to be a hit and run character
Yeah.
for many, many games.
Uh huh.
Oh, hesitant on the anti-air.
Oh, that was a genius solution. However, did not bring out Sento. It's fine. Is it enough in time? Oh my god, it is! Somehow in this set, as he did in the previous one he had, that he lost to get into top 8. He just somehow pulls it out.
By the way, you won't know this stream, but we are kind of sitting above the play area, like where the commentary booth is. I can feel the crowd in my feet.
They're literally rumbling the building. Yes. Yeah, when you're taking a look at the camera and the crowd there, that's just like a really small slice
That's
of
not
the
even
venue and the
5%.
crowd. Yeah, honestly, it's huge down there.
I gotta say though, there has been, when it comes to these on-the-spot conversions, there's been some real hesitation here from Javier. Hasn't really anti-aired as much as I would have expected. He's hitting those jump-ins, that's normally 2-1 spear all day. Just isn't really going for it. I do wonder if there's a little bit of nerve still at play here for Javier.
Hard to blame him if so, but
I mean, if you could see how much his hands were shaking when he qualified, I mean,
Right.
he was nervous.
hard to get great pressure after that forcing situation. Nice work! Oh, wow, Javier.
That was an MK9 anti.
That was sick. And this is a ton of time on the Sento bar as well. So is this. This is excellent pressure. And so the boy's out of there. No more spirit.
Can't really afford to take too many of those down twos when you're at this life with Fatal Blow.
Didn't expect to
now.
throw out of the corner, jumping away.
Stryker.
That was fully punishable, but hard to expect the grenades to end up there.
Yeah, with 50 health left, Conqueror
Yeah.
did not want to take
No,
that
no,
risk.
for sure.
15 seconds on the clock. Again, Conqueror forces the slow match, and he's happy to play at that speed.
Oh my
Sweet
God.
knockdown. Manages to go under, but the 1-2's going to do it. Javier takes a round.
It's a lovely confirm on the down one hit into guaranteed pressure.
Conqueror just challenges your endurance with how he plays this game. You need to be able to play these long games. If you can't, he's going to just win the war of attrition.
It's so hard to know when he's going to challenge in these defensive situations, too. These little scrambles where you're staring at each other.
Had to do a bit of a weird conversion there. If you do the forward 3-2 at a strange time, they kind of like fly over your head. Javier, of course. I think more hours logged on Scorpion than possibly anyone else in the world right now, to be honest. I mean, this man does Combat League hours and hours every day. Any European tournament, he'll play in it.
Well, here's his chance. He's looking strong. He's got a lot of resources. Conqueror now has given up his ability to do a breaker.
Lovely throw tech.
Javier away.
Javier, he has meter that he could in theory spend on, you know, meter.
Here it is, here it is.
Spear,
Forcing
EX
it.
Telly.
Forcing it.
Does he break?
He's got a break, surely, yes.
Defensive Stryker doesn't hit its mark.
Oh, but no follow-up on it.
I don't think Conqueror really believed from
No.
that range.
Who would expect it?
Javier, Stryker getting hit means he has to wait a real long time just to throw Stryker. But this ain't over. He can't break any Fatal Blow.
Push. And 13 on the clock. Javier, is there a flawless? There's not. And Javier will tie it up 1-1.
No rumbling in our feet this time
No.
as the non-Brazilian player won the game. So I love that dynamic, though, because anywhere in the world there is that regional support. In South America, that noise is like times 10. They love to cheer on their players, and I love that.
But Conqueror never feels perturbed in moments like this.
No. I mean, very experienced, you know.
Yeah.
Found his competitive feet in Mortal Kombat X with Shinnok, MK11. Really the original footsies Sub-Zero of MK11.
Way too far! And Javier makes them pay.
Now that third launcher always indicates that there's no interest in any other kind of combo path. He had no choice here because obviously there was no meter, but and it's the highest meterless alternative.
And again, he runs away, runs back, making it difficult for Conqueror to get easily activated into Sento. And even still, the defensive grenade call means that you just don't know when it's your turn if you're Conqueror. Okay, nevertheless, grab, patience, grab. And he's chasing! Aye, same idea!
That was a full combo either side, no matter who hit that one. Good for both of them that they traded. Even Stevens on the meter. Almost completely identical, actually. Instant block on that EX telly. EX teleport will guarantee a jump kick, so you have got to respect it.
Oh, the hit. All hits are so big right now, including that.
8 seconds on the clock.
Can he get there? The bounce! We've seen this before. He's close enough to make it happen. Conqueror freezes the clock, and he gets the life lead. Now, this round is not over even still.
Javier, does he save meter or does he spend it on EX teleport? Does he EX telly? He has to try. He's plus. Oh, Conqueror, the patience to just wait. He knew that teleport was coming, but he knew it was wise to block it. Spear! All right, we spent
Different
meter
route
now.
here. Yep.
We want that damage, we want that situation, and now we can go back to mid-screen and try and win. Surely at some point it's only a matter of time until Javier tries to up-block that spirit so he can spear punish. Scorpion can do that, and I know Javier knows that. Oh, he picked it up! Almost like it was going to miss. 1-1-1.
Conqueror takes it all.
Javier, so content to be at this range.
Command run in. Yeah, that's exactly where Javier wants to be. As soon as Stryker's back, he is willing to contend with this button. And then he's back. He waits for another back three or whatever it may be.
Good awareness from Conqueror, blocks the down 3, knows that we're not going to see a death spin from that angle. Tactical side switch, using
Yes.
Stryker.
Uh-oh!
Javier, hesitant to whip punish that grab.
Just a very safety-first game plan from Javier. Again, as soon as he had Stryker, that was there. A little bit too far away for just walk up to.
You have to be
19.
patient. There's a reason Javier is doing exactly this style, because again, you take one hit from Kenshi, the round could be over. There's so much set play, and Javier playing.
Oh, the jump!
What?
He didn't even take a risk. Again, absolute safety-first gameplay.
And a
Javier,
teleport.
Conqueror
Could've,
just building meter right now.
A teleport from that anti-air as well would have side switched, and that ain't what Javier wants. There's just so much care being put into this match from both players.
Yes. Again, that's both Strikers gone. He's not going to be back for a little while. No risk on the follow-up. Here's Conqueror. A grab. To what end, though? He hasn't really been able to get much going in a while now.
Yeah, there is a clear reason Javier has been playing at the distance he has. This is where Kenshi...
Here, just force it!
Oh, interruption!
Yeah.
And now you're forced... There's no Sento. Javier, happy to wait.
Sento's coming in, though! Can he pick it up? Not quite.
With punish? No, takes it down 1 instead. Another one, EX. Has been hitting people all weekend, but it can be kind of obvious sometimes.
Yeah, sure.
All right, bit difficult for Conqueror. What? Finds the hit from somewhere.
Whoa! Pick it up, please! Nice work. Javier.
The grab.
The grab. And he gets to play the game he wants to play now. Stab in for a little bit of chip grab. And Conqueror was trying to put on the vest.
He can be a bit risky.
Yeah, for sure.
Throw tech. Those grenades are going to make it difficult. Another throw. A reverse throw here. The smarter direction. Does he save meter or does he spend it? Anti-air attempt.
He's out of there.
By jump kick.
He's out of there.
And now Javier.
Striker's back. He tried him right away. Backed off the Conqueror.
We are entering EX Hellfire territory.
11.
If he does just 2 more bits of damage.
Tech! Can Conqueror find it? And Javier! Down 2! Hold on a sec! He flawless! It's gonna be enough anyway! Javier, 2-1!
The second I saw that death spin, I was nervous. I was nervous right there. I was thinking, is he even going to EX Hellfire? Because those last minute EX Hellfires, it only does 60 damage, but it can kill. Now, one more game for Javier, but I ain't going to say this is over. This can easily be game 5 final round.
Absolutely.
I've just never seen 2 players force a match to a crawl the way they are. Both of them. And neither player gets too aggressive. Neither player gets frustrated or bored.
No. No, they both have their clear strategies. They know what they're up to. If the opponent's making theirs work, no big deal. You kind of wait yours out. Just like this, he dashed forward because he knew that there were grenades, but wanted to be a little bit closer. Conqueror tries it briefly. It's tech. Javier gets to go backwards and play the game all over again.
All right. We remain mid-screen. Stryker about to come back.
He spends it instantly.
Oh! Hang on a minute.
Kind of a weird. Here's a great chance. Yeah, instantly.
There's one thing Javier always makes sure to pay attention to, though, is when Conqueror activates Sento, that's when you break.
Yes, for sure.
You don't break before, because if you then get hit, you've got nothing.
Yeah, he's been saving his meter for a good reason. Look at the clock again. It's at 15. Tech. Even that down one is so big. Oh my God, you guys. 8 on the clock.
Down and square, David.
Absolutely. He got under the grenades. Hold on, it's not enough even still. He missed overhead. He was too early.
How many timeouts are we going to see from Conqueror this weekend? Match point, Javier.
If they're not stressing right now, I don't know how they're not, because everybody else in this building is stressing right now. Here, this is exactly what Conqueror wants. It's been a while since a regular old Sento conversion started. He gets pressure. There's not 3 bars yet on Javier's side. There it is, the call out. But grenades, sure. So he lost a bar and he lost a little bit of health, but Sento pressure's over.
That's the thing. Interrupting Sento pressure with an armored interrupt with Stryker grenades does, even if you get hit, kind of neutralize the whole situation.
Yeah.
It's not the combo that's going to kill you in this matchup. It's the what happens next.
No, I really like Stryker as a defensive counter call versus Sento for sure.
You can tell what Javier means. You know, he said, I definitely don't mind fighting Kenshi with Scorpion, because you can constantly force Kenshi to play at the one range he doesn't want to be, which is absolute full screen. Lovely
break. Now, Ice Fest was gone, so Conqueror did not risk. Javier holding onto the cage.
No confirm on that 2-hit.
Overhead. Individual ones now. Still there. Still there. Okay, slices through. Conqueror's not out of this thing yet.
And I heard that crowd from downstairs. That round gets won.
There's a big murmur.
They need to let their boy know, you know. Let him know. Oh, wait.
The chase begins.
Javier still remains on match point here. Not looking too bad from a resource standpoint. 2 bars a meter. Stryker has just been spent.
As he does.
All right, Jalen
tries it out a little bit here.
Dash.
Oh, finally grab. That works. Javier had on reaction been teching and guessing correctly as well.
Defensive Stryker. Conqueror having to be very surgical with that pressure. You don't want to overcommit. One bad Stryker, and there's a full combo for Scorpion. He's got the tools to pick up from it. Nice
Stryker, can he get an there? He tried it, and he's going to pay for it with big life.
1, 2. No, we saved the meter. Smart.
Yes.
Save it for Sento.
Yeah, that's all he's been spending bar on.
Gives me such almost like MK9 Cyrax vibes, where that breaker is more important than anything else you might have. That breaker keeps you in the match.
Yeah, who cares about doing another 50 damage? You got to stay alive.
Absolutely. Prevent that spirit. 20 seconds on the clock, though.
I mean, what other number would it be? As Javier gets the grab, he's at match point still.
This is
Stryker, yes. 14 now. Conqueror running out of time. Here it is. Javier.
He can't do anything now.
There's nothing. That's going to be that all it's going to take is the blocking throw he's happy to take as Javier, even as he gets his butt kicked by the Sora on the ground, is going to take it 3-1 over Conqueror, eliminating Conqueror in 7th place at the Brazil Major.
If there was one player in this top 8 that Conqueror was going to fight that was absolutely A-OK with playing at this snail's pace, it was Javier. And we kind of just saw exactly why that is the case. He's just so comfortable keeping you at a distance you don't want to be in, especially as Kenshi. He's going to frustrate. He's going to just bide his time. And again, so many timeouts. It's just a testament to the patience, and I think the real skill set evolving over the time. You know, Javier has not had a lot of offline appearances, but the fundamentals remain. And you know, the more comfortable he becomes in this setting, the better he's going to get, frankly.
Oh, man, this was still, this was the game that Conqueror took, and it was still as close as it could possibly
get. It's always a time.
I know. Just look at the clock and all these clips. Look what the clock says. They're all going to be 20 or less.
Every time.
Yeah.
Every single bloody time. But we have to absolutely use this opportunity to give those shout-outs to Conqueror.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, legend of Brazil.
Absolutely.
Legend of Brazilian Mortal Kombat. And Many of you saw him for the first time globally in Mortal Kombat 11. He did start before then. However, always respectful, very, very focused. And I mean, that talent just can't be ignored.
No doubt about it. But unfortunately for him, it wasn't enough as Javier moves forward. This means that our top 6 still waiting in winners finals, of course, ScorpionProcs and Nicolas, a story we've seen before. And on the loser side, BryanLorrani and KillerXinok are the 2 remaining Brazilian players. And unfortunately for them, they are in their same path. One of them is going to eliminate the other in a little bit. And the other side of losers, KingGambler and MKJavier, the 2 players who came here from different continents to try to shore up their points, are going to have to battle through. Only one of them will make it forward.
It's a classic story. KingGambler and Javier are not the only internationals. We did have U4ing yesterday. We got to see him sort of briefly near the end of the stream.
True. Yeah, almost qualified for top 24.
Yeah, was very, very close to it. But it does now sadly mean, the 2 remaining players that are not from South America are going to have to face off. And they have been playing casuals against each other over the duration of this weekend.
Yeah,
and they've been sort of chatting and hanging out as it often happens when internationals kind of attend the same tournament. So either way, that's going to be a really, really fun matchup. I am just very curious to see what happens between KillerXinok and BryanLorrani, because for me, this is that classic tale of 2 generations. You've got the more seasoned veteran of KillerXinok, who has been around for years and years and years. Many of you saw him for the first time in Mortal Kombat X with Johnny Cage. And he's still here, still kicking ass, clearly, here in the top 8. And then you have Bryan, who is 16 years of age. This is the first major Mortal Kombat game that he has been involved in. Only one of them's moving on. Is it the old generation or the new generation?
It's an unfortunate path for KillerXinok in some ways, really for Brazil in some ways, because he just had to take out Murilobos, another player who's in a very similar position as Bryan is. Young, strong, huge future ahead of them if they want to keep it up, and already looking great. Already in this top 8. There are the 2 remaining Brazilians left.
Starting off strong, though, with a very tactical swap to make sure we can get Jade immediately. So I kind of wonder what the tech... Oh, my God, no! What is happening? That is not how you want your round to begin.
Absolutely not, yeah.
Okay, so either way, we are still alive in this round, so it could always be worse here for Bryan.
And the longer he waits, the closer Goro gets. As soon as Goro was ready, the bar's gone now. Okay, Bryan. Oh, he barely did connect.
All right, Jade now. Got to watch out always. That armor is a punish even without Goro. All right, full combo. No breaker. No, chooses to break instead a little bit later. He's landed.
If that's wise.
Oh, that was smart. Are they going to expect an overhead low? Well, here comes my grab.
Glaive, he's back. Goro spent again right away.
Khameleon getting hit did mean that the glaive was not going to return, so KillerXinok survives.
He may be waiting for the pink one to come up. No, it's the end of the blue.
12 seconds. We're hitting 10 seconds on the clock.
Oh, got him! Cube did dash up slide. We saw it previously as the connection.
Flawless
Look at the time now. These are all down to the wire. Incredible set of matches we have today.
Oh, goes in for the fan lift early, so we're not going to get a full combo there. Bryan not being as on it from an execution standpoint.
Okay, finally the low.
All right, here we go.
This time he's close enough.
Full combo here for Sub-Zero. Right, we're going to end it. Again, safe jumps. This is a huge thing about Bryan playing Sub. Tried to go for the grab combo. That is tight. It's normally jump kick, EX, dive kick, if I'm not mistaken.
Under it. Blocks it correctly this time. And KillerXinok backs up the threat of that range. Bryan does not want to be in it. Landed on it perfectly.
Classic ice clone moment. Opponent jumps in it at the perfect time. Melina now mix up.
Hey!
Bryan. It's difficult. You know the mix-up is coming.
Yeah.
And by the time you've delayed wake-up, you can't really do armor anymore. So you know you have to hold it. Oh. One thing about Bryan is that he's not afraid. He is not afraid to go for the different glaive directions to catch the airborne Kung Lao, just in case. Uh-oh, it's Melina.
Oh, it got a little weird.
Oh,
It actually broke through! And Bryan will get full corner pressure against a scary opponent in KillerXinok.
Oh, grab combo. That is a hard time.
Yeah, that seems tough.
He's having a hard time with it, David. Oh, no.
Tried it. Yeah, that is an invul frames there, but not enough. KillerXinok again, pressuring, cancel, safety.
Plus frame.
Bryan's defense right now, just blocking it out. Both Goros gone. Oh.
Fatal blow is ready. Melina is here. Melina.
Got him low!
Melina!
Bryan 1-0.
You have so much to juggle with
Yes.
this bloody cameo.
Yes.
Not just you, but your opponent.
I think that's huge. It's a huge part of the utility of her as a cameo, is that you force as much mental stack on your opponent as on yourself. Oh!
Tried to reach out and pat the clone on the forehead. Decided it was not the best idea. Melina time. The moment Melina happens, that was when Bryan went, I'm waiting.
Yeah.
You're expecting a mix-up.
I really like how he plays around that expectation. Oh, yes. KillerXinok into nice damage for himself. He gets the pressure. Pressure. Oh, too early! Ooh. Nice little delay by Bryan.
All right, the 2-back-2s. We're going to jump 2-1, clone. And this is another safe jump situation. Overhead, good reactionary block. Oh! They traded! They traded!
That is interesting tech right there.
Oh, we want to finish out with more damage.
Can he get this? No, not quite. But that's going to be enough! Who even needed that to hit overhead? It was just enough chip. Got him!
Another full combo. And with no meter, opted to take the back 3-4 knockdown that can set up for a nice positioning for clone. With punish.
Oh, with punish as slide.
By the end of this combo, there might be time for a Melina, but I think he might want to wait.
Yeah, he's waiting it out. He still had it! Jeez!
Good lord!
Yeah, I thought that was gone. Or gonna be gone.
Alright, KillerXinok has an opportunity here. Needs to fight back. There's just been so much craziness from this Sub-Zero. The glass armor. Oh, the dash in, lovely crouch.
Into the corner again. KillerXinok coast to coast. Goro! Bryan's out of there.
You know who's next after Katana, though? Oh, unfortunate. The mix-up is not blocked. I was about to say, after that Katana, you know the Melina's coming. In between rounds, though, this is going to run out. It's Jade. Uh-oh.
Aha!
Combo.
Bryan with a nice little confirm. And he gets to take off a bunch of time on this as well.
Oh!
Oh!
Worth noting, actually, for the people at home, in the latest Peacemaker patch, they added a little bit of combo scaling to some of these Khameleon combos, but they still hit hard, as you can see.
I'll say, yeah.
All right, again, are we safe jumping it? I guess against armor.
Oh!
Oh, God! What on earth is going on?
Not sure if intended. Armors it through. KillerXinok now. Again, into pressure. He's carried his opponent all the way. And he backs off. Oh, no!
What a mistake!
No!
What is happening?
That's all those bars gone. KillerXinok has the Goro, but he's got to get up close to play the mix-ups now. And he's not going to get the chance as Bryan goes up 2-0. What was that about the dash into it? I'm not sure.
There are some real moments of chaos in this set.
Yes.
But, I mean, when this is happening as regularly as it is, it just comes down to who's able to rise above it faster. And right now, it has been Bryan.
I mean, if he was trying to dash block, he just barely missed it. Putting up a little bit of a wall. Here's Bryan again. Even more literal of a wall with that clone. KillerXinok gets whiff punish, but not for too much. Bryan still pressuring.
Melina time.
Oh, that's cute. That's a cute little idea.
Anytime there is a low that Sub-Zero has quite a few in his strings, there is always the threat. So devastatingly strong. Launching.
There you go.
And the added benefit as well is that these combos for Sub-Zero take quite a significant amount of time. Khameleon's regenerating the whole time, and there's another mix-up. 1-3-4 in the air. Finish it with the hammer, and now Bryan around this new generation. Sub-Zero on the verge of 3-0 in KillerXinok. This would have been an unexpected result, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yes. KillerXinok makes it happen for himself. Bryan has... he had Melina. Couple of different ways to wake up there, actually. It's the low and into combo. He could have also done wake up overhead roll. That is tricky.
And using the clone into the EX extension just to keep yourself safe from the armored interruption. So much matchup knowledge. Ooh, grab combos again. No armor there from KillerXinok.
He almost got the snipe. Oh man, those snipe size would have been sick. Instead, it's KillerXinok now here.
Main man's not going out without a fight.
No, 424. Come on, and low. Bryan gives up the bar. Oh! It will be enough. It will be enough.
This is a stressful match.
Bryan not even getting involved in what there was going to be there. Just backdashing. No, thank you.
Right, the respect is shown. Good block on the mix-up. Backs up. Waits for the button. Didn't have the EX, but still gets something here. All right, Bryan with a knockdown. By the time...
He'll have Melina. He'll have Melina. Ah.
Jade now. Oh.
This is typically a range where KillerXinok feels comfortable. That range
And
where he
yeah.
could get the armor, but by jumping, by staying out of it, he doesn't look comfortable. Bryan's looking great.
That is a delicious anti-air, by the way. 270 damage. KillerXinok, possibly a last chance here to get something happening. Meter, 2 Goros. Mix
One.
up. No breaker?
No breaker. He's... Surely, yeah, okay, yeah. He's broken in much stranger times than that low!
That wouldn't have been the end of the game. KillerXinok would have built breaker, but...
Oh, nothing on wake up! What was it from Bryan? He woke up standing there.
I don't know what that was, but there were a couple of just strange decisions right at the end of that match. If you're going to break, you know, breaking right at the end of the fatal blow, first of all, so you're taking a bunch of extra damage. Hit the slide, but just called the fan lift just a little bit too early. It wouldn't have won the game because KillerXinok would have built breaker, but who knows where we could have gone from there.
Yep.
Hopefully Bryan doesn't kind of get ahead of himself here. Mix up.
Yeah, nice work. Into point blank stuff. The sweep for the first time. Low. KillerXinok makes it happen.
Looking for that corner.
Oh, yes!
Lovely.
Armored through. That was sick, and he hit the assist, so no breaker.
Melina is here.
Tried to go back to it. Is this a whiff punish? Yes! KillerXinok, no bones about it. Gonna try to preserve the round.
Glaive is going to get used. Establish some kind of pressure on block here. Wonderful block on the low. Good choice, knowing the low. That's where the reward was.
Absolutely right.
Melina is ready, but no range to do anything.
Bryan slow. KillerXinok waiting it out. He'd love to get a Goro. Oh, he instead gets
Fatal
sniped!
blow. Fatal. Wait, are you too high? No, we're not. I was nervous there for a minute. That has definitely happened to me before, where I've hit up at that height and he's just missed him completely. But it will not be this moment, as it's match point again for BryanLorrani. Almost 3 bars of meter. Khameleon's good to go.
Yeah. She's about to blink into the next one here. Oh, what? The wall.
I love that challenge from KillerXinok. Just not going to let you stick out whatever button you want. Melina now. Oh, the punish! And we have time for one more mix. No, we do not. But we'll still take Jade, because that glaive is still going to give us combos and pressure.
Yep.
+3. All the stuff we love.
Cutting off the screen there as you move backwards. And
Melina.
now Melina's on deck and immediately tries to snipe. Got another chance for her if he wants. Okay! Looking for the up block. Yes, he gets to continue here.
Drops it.
Oh, baby.
Does not get the back 2. That is unfortunate because... Oh, another one! The missed timing, Bryan! Calm it down, mate. Oh.
He just wants to be away. Here you go,
no.
KillerXinok. Walks up. He's going to get fatal on this. Going to do a bunch of damage just before his opponent could break. And, you know, that's a great combo route choice.
By the looks of the mash, it's looking pretty split down the middle, so I think we're going to get some standard damage from this fatal blow. Now Bryan still in charge, technically, because of the resources, but KillerXinok just needs 1 armor, and that's the round. Unfortunate for Bryan. Again, 2 instances.
Goro
where-
misses. There still is another one. He could try it out. He's trying to be. Ooh! Blocks it out. Slide. Is he safe? I can't believe it. He came all the way back down from the sky to take it 3 games to 1. BryanLorrani versus KillerXinok eliminates the veteran. The young man moves on.
Man said, you think I'm unsafe. Think again. Fan lift off the slide. Got hit, actually. Khameleon was the one that got punched, and then the dive kick to come down. That's the first time he even tried that trick, and it was the time that won the game. Who knew Sub-Zero could get this far in an offline pro competition event? Thank you very much, Khameleon.
I would say so. I just, in watching this,
That's so sick.
we've been watching this guy for a day and a half now, and each time he plays, there's a little bit of additional tech that he shows off. There's something else where I'm like, that's actually really good that he gets. Oh, that's actually also really good that he gets. Like, I just felt myself saying that internally, like the entire time.
You watch Khameleon and just think, yo, she can do that?
I just think the interplay of the options. Wake up slide into size as a wake up option with the low versus wake up Melina roll as well. Like, just that's great.
Which
like
is overhead.
Who else gets?
So
Yeah, exactly.
it's a wake up overhead. low.
Exactly. Into big damage either way. Who else gets to do that?
And it's just, there is a amazing tool for every occasion, no matter the disguise, and that is why Sub with this pairing is so good. The one drawback is that at this level,
Come on, that's too
Khameleon,
good.
she is hard to play.
Yes, for sure, for sure.
You know, especially when you're playing a character that has so many options from these different things and the different disguises that she has. It's just like the amount of brain power you need to make it work is ridiculous. And here comes Bryan, 16-year-old Bryan.
Yep.
Showing us all how it's done.
Absolutely right. Yeah, yeah. So he does move on. KillerXinok is out of there. He came into this weekend pretty good in the points. At memory serves, I think he was 14th, so outside of where you need to be, but he's going to get a pretty good chunk here. However, not as much as he would have liked, of course. Now, the other side of losers, KingGambler and MKJavier. Pretty good matchup that we find ourselves in loser side.
For me, this is definitely more of a matchup that you may have seen before. You know, there's a lot of community activity, you know, like Rips Arena, for example, instantly springs to mind, that very well they might have played against each other in something like that in the past. Either way, offline is a very different beast. And one thing to definitely bring attention to is that, you know, Javier doesn't like fighting Johnny Cage. It's a matchup that he just does not like for Scorpion. I think that Cage in general has quite a lot of options for dealing with Scorpion in the meta. The fast shadow kick, the very, very low to the ground pokes that you can use to kind of disrespect Scorpion, because Scorpion hasn't really got a decent mid, and all these small little details. Fast buttons to react to things like air teleport or whatever else. So, and actually, the more I think about it, David, good chance we're probably going to see Khameleon.
I was just going to say, yeah, I remember talking with Javier about when he would go with Khameleon, and this was one of the matchups that he mentioned. He did try it earlier, and it didn't work out, so he went back to Stryker. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see Khameleon.
What I'm thinking of, the main reason that Javier does not like fighting Cage with Stryker is punishes on Shadow Kick. He is going to try the Stryker
I mean, again, he tried it earlier. Didn't work for him. He had to go back to the Stryker.
Possible danger is that Goro gives the Shadow Kick a combo.
Yeah.
So it might actually be an even better anti-Scorpion Stryker piece of utility. Here we go. Let's find out.
We'll see.
EU versus USA in Brazil.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. Here's that distancey game that you know Javier loves to play. And that KingGambler is great at getting through. Oh, it actually didn't connect.
No
Confirm! KingGambler had a chance.
I've seen Gambler in training mode, like in the practice setups, practicing that confirm as well. Like, it's clearly a core part of his character.
Woo, boy. Some movement there, the whiff punish there. A little bit too early. Yeah, underneath. Really nice to be able to stab underneath grenades as well.
One of the many reasons
Oh!
matchup is not Javier's favorite. Combo breaker. Forced out. Into the corner. Trying to escape it.
Yes.
All right, confirm. That's the round. give us that star power at the same time. KingGambler, I mean, good form, playing the matchup well so far.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, clearly looking prepared. Trying it. Goro still. Javier, of course, waiting it out. And grab this time. Ready, or not ready, is Javier. He's back to the corner. He's spent the last round and a half here. There it is!
All right, breaker has been forced, which means no EX shadow kick, no combo breaker, no EX launch for a hit confirm. It's all going to be dependent on Goro at the moment.
No, he's got 2 Goros.
Side switch into the corner.
But does not even want to contend at all. He picks it up. Goro again for more pressure.
Bit of a hesitation there too. Gambler may have expected a low poke, could have expected perhaps an armored reversal attempt. Launch grenades, low profile for the down one, missing.
Back to where Javier wants to be. Trying it out a little bit. So the hit. What a funky timing on this. Stryker had gotten hit. So that breaker had to come late. 13 even in Johnny as a matchup.
Timeout
Gambler
territory
hanging
approaches.
out.
5 seconds.
He doesn't need to do anything. He can just hold on to that block button. Dash backwards a little bit. It's going to be more than enough as KingGambler waits it out and gets game 1.
Difficult there for Javier by the end, because at least if there was like 1 bar for EX teleport, you can force a situation, but without it, you got nothing. Now, I feel this might have been a change for Khameleon. And it
exactly
will be.
Right.
Now, this is often the variation that Javier likes to use for Johnny Cage. It was a reverse situation qualifying for this top 8, but different Cage players, different tendencies,
Sure.
different cameos required. Now, where do we go? Starting things off, it's now Jay.
Oh, here we go. Got to the other side. Javier's going to add even a little bit more to it.
My word.
Okay, pretty good. 316. And he backs way out of there.
Combos that take so long, he's already got Khameleon
I
back.
was thinking that, yeah.
Punish!
Beely's, yes. Rare to see the Goro not come out there.
We are going to spend our meter once more. Now, we do have Kitana ready, and as you've seen from Javier, loves those ground flames. Before I've even mentioned it, we're back to Melina. Knockdown. Situation here for KingGambler.
Oh!
Wow,
Didn't believe that would hit.
Got hit, yeah.
Yeah. Hard to have seen that coming. Gambler up close! And all 3 bars are gone for Javier now.
Oh! Full combo!
Beautiful.
Wait, fatal blow? Not needed. The forward 3's enough. I was just eyeing up that breaker, and he got the hit just before it was available.
Yes.
That's another hit. Breaker has been forced. With punish! But still, the downtime. Khameleon got hit, I think, when the glaive came out.
Underneath. KingGambler. The trade still gives him more pressure. With punish time. Big buttons hanging out there. Gambler now looking strong. No, Javier.
Really important
Goro
flawless
again.
blocks, especially with all these plus frames and Goro coming out the other side. Plus, what are we doing with it?
A lot of advantage. KingGambler just backed off.
Oh, did not expect that final hit. Beautiful throw tech.
Javier, yes, immediately comes off the bar. Still a big life lead. Goro, see ya.
Stabbed him in his little feet.
Jumping over. It's still doable for Gambler, but he's got to find something quickly.
Those back-to-back low pumps.
Oh,
The bait.
sure. Javier, in part because of Khameleon, definitely made it happen. There were also some whiff punishes that he got that I don't know if they were cameo as a reason, but certainly the Khameleon helped.
It sort of changed the pace of the neutral a fair amount. You know, at the very least in this situation, the glaive being a huge thing about just forcing movement out of the opponent. Movement that Scorpion's very, very good at capitalizing on.
Okay, that is sick. Javier with his eyes open. And the full root too. This is adding up big time. Look at this.
And this is a
That was off on reaction. All of that. That was genius.
versus a 900 health character as well. Okay, Gambler, the walk-up throw. Enforcing the respect, you know, getting you to worry about it.
Into the corner. Javier where he wants to be. Safe away, but the movement speed that Johnny has actually moved him into where Javier was and wanted him to be.
And I'm fairly certain the spear is unbreakable. I've seen Javier do that in the past. Okay, here we go again. Forward three, full combos incoming. Are we gonna try and get extra damage? Looks like we will. Ooh. The bulk of the damage had been done there, so I guess it doesn't matter too much. All right, Jade. Jade has been where the real heavy lifting has been done.
If this is something that KingGambler can get consistently, though, that might change.
Yeah, for sure.
That armor through the glaive. Tex again!
And
Two! Yeah, way too. Oh, hold on!
Drop the combo.
Oh!
Waits for the meter to get spent and then chooses to break. The glaive coming back. It's Katana's fan lift. No whiff punish there. Javier wasn't ready. Back throw! Hang on a minute! You're dead. 900 HP, Johnny Cage. That is a dead situation from the grab. Now 2-1. This change to Khameleon has given him a very, very different edge in this matchup.
Yeah, taking up that screen a lot more effectively, as you say, with the Jade Glaive has been huge. But even more than that, a lot of combo conversions that Stryker just doesn't allow. Couple of glaives. She comes back fast, no big deal.
Instantly in there with a teleport into a throw. Piece by piece.
He tries it. Did actually kick Khameleon, so she's going to be out of commission for a little while. Gambler up close. These frame traps, he's definitely taken off some chip. There have not been a lot of big hit confirms coming, as I say that.
There it is.
The confirm comes. Not expecting the throw out of the corner. Really? Okay.
Just dash in Molina over here. We are going to get a restand. Just let it go. The glaive. Unsure if that was intentional or whether we're just going to take it either way. I mean, we're out the corner. Could be worse. Gambler in control. Goro available. Shadow kicks.
He's
ready.
trying to be in that range where he can, yeah, on reaction, EX Shadow.
Plus frames. But plus frames Gambler. Not going to be able to have anything with. Javier backing off. Back to that mid screen. Throw tech again.
Yes, out of there, surely. Now again. He tried to meet him in the sky, and instead, Gambler had to come off his own bar. 11, Goro now. And he finally gets the grab. There have been so many techs, not this time.
Absolutely game-changing throw as Javier. Not on match point yet. The trade. Can't combo from it.
Oh!
That's a full combo.
Can there.
Standing for.
Yes. Oh, boy. Back to this rangy game. No, not for long. Javier trying to stab in. Oh, really? Putting himself in harm's way! And what a pickup by Javier! That's so much damage actually to take! Oh my god!
The low profiling down three to make the jump kick with. Gambler has to fight.
Oh!
Javier, what happened there? No button. The down one, and then the parry. That was the only thing Gambler could do, besides a flawless block. That was smart. Big jumps. Wait a minute. Throw counter, I believe that was. But it is going to send you full screen, so you got to work all that way back in.
Even glaive. Oh, it is enough. Yes.
Just saw Goro's.
I know. Yeah, he's flying off screen.
Match point for Javier, though.
This switch has been it. Switch into Khameleon.
Big down one there to interrupt that grab attempt. Wonderful read.
First time he's tried that, and KingGambler already blocked. Point blank. Again, these frame traps have not really been super effective.
Nice hit confirm. Javier, by the time he can break it, might not be worth it. No, he does choose to. Oh, this has just been momentum on the side of KingGambler.
I'll say. Huge life lead. Oh, he happens to get hit on the way back. And huge opportunity now for Javier.
Now there is a fatal blow, and he spends it. It's going to give you full Khameleon. It's going to give you a little bit of meter. But it does mean that after this fatal blow is done, any substantial combo with even a single bar can win the game for Javier here.
Yeah, sure.
He just needs a bar.
Tries out the Glaven on reaction, as he did once before. KingGambler EXs through. It's tied.
And just like that, one more game, and only one of these players is moving on. The other one is out of this tournament. Another reaction.
That really changes things up. However, Javier finds the hit real quickly afterward.
And happy to spend the meter at the same time. Melina, no chance to spend anything because that wake-up shadow kick with the Goro, trying to steal any amount of pace that Javier has. Glaive manages to stop it from returning. Is going to hit Khameleon in the process. Lovely. Here comes the Goro.
Oh! Well, okay, in any case, Javier, here was their break. Yes, quickly. Goro, no, not there in time. Stare down.
There is no Goro. That's it. That's the round. Javier finds the mid and brings himself once again on match point here versus KingGambler. Gambler is just about to build a Goro.
Oh no, can he get there in time? Oh, not quite. Real funky timing on that grab. And that's going to give the range 130 on the Jade grab. Javier life lead. And again, there just hasn't been too much out of that. Backs off. Here's another chance for Gambler.
More of the Goro. Straight in there from the uppercut. Forward grab, though. Javier putting us back to the range that he'd rather stay. 3 bars of meter for Gambler. This time, gets a full combo, forces the breaker. Should he go for a shadow kick? Is he going to hold on to the meter for a tech? I mean, we'll find out soon, but he's doing a good job of building away at this health at the moment.
Oh, here we go! Gambler looking to tie it up. He'll need one more big series after this.
All right.
He'll need a little bit more.
Plus frames.
There it is! And we are going down to the final game, final round here on Losers.
Best way for something to go. One round, one player's moving on, one is going home. The plus frames.
Yep. Ducks under. A little bit of damage on Goro as well.
Oh, and a grab. An unusual trade-off there between those two, but 3 bars of meter for Javier. A lovely little throw tech.
The techs have been great.
Reaction again. That shadow kick has just been the one.
Yeah, he shut it down. No glaives. At least not from point blank. Here comes.
Oh, breaking right at the very end. I don't know about that
I don't know,
one.
man. Yeah, we'll see.
All right, this is going to be really difficult for Javier. He is at a scary range. He is going to get forward 3, but it trades, so that's not what you wanted.
At least he's out of there. He can be a little bit more comfortable at range, but he can't easily throw the glaive.
Even
What's he going to go for here?
A shadow kick into Goro probably kills here.
You're very right.
Javier's worried. A spear here wouldn't work. It's not worth the risk. But what does he do? What does he go for?
Yep, there's the point blank one that you can't really react to. Okay, yes, he finds it!
Fatal blow.
Look at this, Javier! Very much in this. He's got the life lead.
And he's bringing back, by the end of this fatal blow, Khameleon's either going to be back all the way or just about. No, I think we're back.
Yep.
The whole thing is back.
We got a couple of Goros. We got a couple of Khameleons on deck. Where do we go from here? Grab it! It's going to be enough! Yes! MK Javier 3 games to 2.
Being able to find that the way he did was so unbelievably bold, because that teleport It could have gone very wrong. The grab at the end, I mean, that grab is always a risk. There was no breaker for Javier in that situation either. That was a pure commitment, but one that worked out, because now Javier moves into top 4, where it will in fact be a rematch versus Bryan. Bryan was the player that defeated Javier to get top 8 winners side. And it was rather comfortable, might I say. So the run back will be happening. Before that, though, I'd like to give a huge shout out to KingGambler. I mean, 20 hours of travel, I believe, on the way here. It will be another 20 on the way back, I'm sure. Just dedicated, passionate, and is looking for those points. And we'll get a good amount of them today.
He had 3 flights, 2 layovers, 3 flights, and both layovers were 5 hours each. So he had dedication in coming here. And in this set, too, he had to stay dedicated. Javier had a big life lead, as you could see. And then in that final game, big back and forth stuff. Gambler had more success on the frame traps in this corner than he had throughout most of the rest of this set. A couple of big ones worked out here. There it is.
It was just as much of a perfect back and forth as you could have possibly wanted.
Okay, this situation here, boy, huge life lead by Gambler. Javier found something that would not have been available with Stryker into big damage. And I mean, again, Gambler had big life lead. He was playing cautiously. Javier is the one who needed to make something happen actively, and he sure did.
Almost any other cameo is going to make that Hellfire, like, whatever. Who cares?
Right.
I think Lau can turn it into a combo. Motaro can. For the most part, though, if that Hellfire connects at that distance, it's more of a irritation tool. All of a sudden, Khameleon with the Katana fan lift, that is where it massively changes. Disappointment in KingGambler because, I mean, he's always pushing.
Disappointment right there. Yeah, you could tell it very much in his face. That's over for him. KingGambler eliminated. As you mentioned, we have our top 4.
Yes, we do.
Still waiting in winners finals. ScorpionProcs and Nicolas, the 2 twins out here from Chile, terrorizing like always, looking fantastic like always. Both 3-0 in their winners side matches in top 8. And in losers side, BryanLorrani and MKJavier, as you mentioned, a rematch.
It's going to be a fantastic set of matches. We are going to go for, I believe, a short break, if I am correct. And I'm going to just roll with it just in case. And if not, I'll just embarrassingly go, never mind. But on the off chance I'm not correct, well, I am right. It's getting late in the day. I'm tired. We'll be right back with more Mortal Kombat. I love this job. I hate myself.
See you soon.
Let's just do it.
It's all down to this here at the Brazil Offline Major on the Mortal Kombat Pro Competition. My name's Ultra David. Catch up with me, and we're back for our top 4 to close it out.
It's always wild to reach this part of a bracket because there are always so many players, there's just countless matches, so many hype moments, and then all of a sudden 4 people are left.
4 people.
And
That's
within
all.
like the next half hour or something, it'll be 3. Maybe
Very
technically
quickly.
not because we're starting with winners finals, but
Fair
I wish
enough.
that point made more sense. We're going into.
It's going to go fast.
We're going to be going into our winners finals first, and the winners finals is not a shocker.
No.
It's the twins.
2 twins from Chile who have been dominating most of what they've entered for the past couple of years, have done so on the biggest stages, and are doing so again here in Brazil. They both had tougher battles to get into the top 8 than they did here, but they both had narrow 3-2 wins to get into top 8. And then once they were in top 8, 3-0 ScorpionProcs over KingGambler, 3-0 Nicolas over BryanLorrani. Here's a look back at what's happened so far in this top 8. Winners finals, as you mentioned up there. We'll get to the losers in a little bit. Bryan and Javier in there.
There are so many questions about what we're about to see. We obviously can talk about this upcoming winners finals match with the twins, which very much they are not the hometown heroes here either. The entire crowd has always been rooting against them. Just natural in Brazil.
Of course,
there's so many Brazilian players and so many of them highly talented. Only one of them left in this top 4 with Bryan there as the last Brazilian alive. And that's actually crazy to think because, yeah, I mean, young player, 16 years of age.
Dude, if you were to say in the top 4 there's only 1 Brazilian, first of all, I mean, I don't know if it's like a huge shocker, but like I would have maybe thought that half of them. And then if you were to say it's Bryan, I would have, I mean, it's not Conqueror, it's not KillerXinok, it's not Gustavo. It's not Sangefrio. I mean, there's like this long list of players that could have been. It's BryanLorrani. We'll get to that one later on. We're first going now to winners finals. And, you know, we've seen them play a bunch if you guys have been watching their region in this. Oftentimes Lou. We've seen Lau. They've been playing Raiden all day. We've seen Baraka quite a bit from both. Johnny it is. Baraka, Stryker. And Johnny with low hat.
Yeah, I just really wanted to listen to those intros in this language.
I like it, yeah.
Baraka sounds sick. However,
Oh my, what is going on?
either way,
Oh
the two teams, I mean, incredibly meta, as you've seen. ScorpionProcs does seem to lean towards the Baraka a little bit more. Nicolas, we've seen almost exclusively Raiden Kano. This is the first time I've seen him play Johnny Cage this weekend.
Got him. Oh, but might have pressed 2 and then 2-1 and got 1 afterward.
Yeah, the 2 probably came out too early.
Yeah.
Too early.
Hey!
Oh, wow, that safe jump just got disrespected. And the fatal blow is going to do massive damage to boot. It's going to put Baraka into a pretty interesting position here because we're going to have tons of meter. We have all of our Stryker ready to go. Are we going to keep the range? Yeah, looks like we will. Blade Spark into grenades, no doubt. Yep.
Got him.
To punish. Kung Lao, I mean, he was there just...
Way too late.
He was there just to be involved, wasn't he? Bless
He
him.
was watching. Yeah. Sorry, boss.
All right. Forces that break. 1 bar for 3. Micro crouching Johnny Cage is so risky.
I know. That's how we started off this game. Dash forward into that.
More of the Stryker. Just happy to go in and continue to pressure. Nice. That's it.
Dude did back 1 nothing into immediate stand 1 himself. These guys might know each other pretty well.
Now,
Might get away with stuff that you wouldn't do against other people.
kind of have a feeling that we are going to just rematch here because I think pressing start there might have been to possibly try and do restart match, but are they going to go for possible character change? We'll have to wait and see. No, we're going to run it back. Same matchup, Baraka versus Johnny Cage. Not really a huge amount to break down from that match, besides sort of, you know, the really sort of standard stuff that we've seen from these two characters all the time, you know. A big thing was, I think, just the bravery of ScorpionProcs. The fearlessness to do not 1 micro duck versus Cage, but 2. These flawless blocks.
Jeez, yeah, I know. The defense is pretty incredible.
Ooh, bit of a there from Nicolas.
Wake up with Abare again. Slides all the way into the corner.
So much of the Stryker with Baraka existing to just continue that setup on knockdown. Keeps you safe there. Hesitation on the whiff punish, getting clipped by Johnny Cage.
It's coming.
Hard to block.
Good little pickup for Nicolas. Backdash out of the range. And holding onto the body here, ScorpionProcs. Into the corner now. It's still his turn. Oh boy, break? No?
I mean, surely you break now.
Okay.
And this is still first round, so no last.
Woo! That's as close as it gets to the ground, but the Stryker grenades, not there in time.
Round 2. Fight.
That was truly instant air spin.
Yeah. I was actually kind of surprised to see it not work. All right, knockdown into setup. Lovely block. That is not easy. Manages to squeeze out that down 2 trade in between. Down forward 2 and the Stryker grenades plus frames.
Oh, okay. Nicolas trying to move around, getting caught. And that is some stage carry right there.
No parry for you, says down 4. More of that. ScorpionProcs and his use of these Baraka buttons has been pretty interesting to me. Just so, like, at the very tip of its max range every single time. To the point where it's kind of hard to challenge.
Yeah, so many people when you see playing Baraka are just doing like button into spin. And it's so much more than that for him.
Fatal blow.
He has that, of course, but yeah, he's very often at like max footsies range, or he's at distance. He did blade spin. Nobody else has done the spin the entire weekend. Like, it's just not something you see very often. In the meantime, Nicolas takes the game 1-1. You know it's going to be close between these two.
It's so uncommon that one of them just dominantly defeats the other.
Yeah.
I mean, even this, though, they're playing in their tournament, but still smiles all round, and, you know, of course they're taking it seriously, but...
Yeah.
At this point, you can always tell, and I've said this before, the two of them are just happy that they've both made it up.
Yes. Well, you could see that when they both did make it in. They popped off big time, knowing that they were both in there. Way too close to the corner. There it is.
Owie! Full confirm. Here we go again. We're trying to get a little bit more optimal here. 1-2-1 knockdown. An unexpected amount of knockdown advantage for a 1-2-1, by the way. That's a lot to work.
Yeah, you can get safe jumps out of that in many matchups.
You can set up a guaranteed Cyrax self-destruct and meteor button after. Look, it's insane. Shouts to Mustard. I know you're watching at home.
Jeez! Just slicing in with the down 4 constantly.
I mean, to be fair, look at Jean-Claude Van Damme's shoes. I mean, he's going to be kind of vulnerable to those slashes.
Look at that, yeah. Blood all over the place.
I wonder why he's even wearing shoes. Did he wear shoes in Bloodsport? I can't remember.
I actually do not recall, yeah.
I don't remember looking at his shoes. Right, anyway. 1-2-1 again. So much respect being shown there. You could have had to. Johnny Cage just 6-frame down one. Oh!
He still gets it, though. That's a cute idea.
He may as well just taken that grenade and slapped him in the face with it.
I love it. There's definitely counterplay around Baraka Barrage plus grenades.
Here we go again. What interests me in that situation is how a lot of Baraka players off that launch tend to try and prioritize just a single hit of back 3. Because it's easier to do the combo.
Yeah.
ScorpionProcs is timing it so he always gets both hits. Yes, it's harder, but you get 1 extra hit to damage. So it always kind of goes to show, like, looking at ScorpionProcs and Nicolas here, something they always did in MK11 was just optimal damage with very common characters. And they can somehow still find these weird little combos that most people don't go for.
Yeah.
But it can be the difference between the round and
Yeah,
not the round.
I hear you, yeah.
Good punish.
Oh, got him, yes. Nicolas by the stairs now. Very light, though.
Another armor. Not the first time ScorpionProcs has just armored through the 1-1.
Oh, okay. Nicolas waltzes up. Again. Back in the corner. Ah, very smart.
Very good stuff there.
Round 2. Fight.
Oh, back and forth. Can you get there in time? No, not quite.
That works, though. ScorpionProcs is going to try and get this knockdown. Side switch, of course, as we want. Good block on the overhead. That Baraka trick has worked just for as long as I've seen the pair exist. Overhead into Stryker.
Yeah.
The opponent just, they can't help themselves but press a button.
Not so much effect on that hat. Here's a big chance for a whiff punish.
All right.
Oh!
Wow.
He thought there was grenades coming. There actually were none. Under the grenades! Uh-oh! Stare down! Got him! Match point. Let's go, ScorpionProcs. This is actually the first of these games that is not 2-0 in rounds for one or the other.
Lets the whole string go. Commits to a throw that the one time... We've seen such little grabs from ScorpionProcs. It's just crazy how the one time you do, opponent's already there with the crouch. They know each other so well, these two. It's almost like they're biological twins or something.
Oh, pick up! Still his turn. Obviously, Nicolas knows he tried to get away.
Down 1 for down 1. Oh, no! You have to break! No. Knows my opponent can't.
Oh my god, he walked forever, and Nicolas was still ready to duck and get the conversion.
That's like at the end of one of those Van Damme movies. The villain just gets way cocky and does something stupid.
Yeah.
You're a dead soldier. No, I'm alive. All right.
Trying to play around. That stand 2 distance. Here's a... is that in range? He was in range?
Fast was that
Wow. Well, we know the result, everybody. Yeah, and they've already paused it. That's a W for ScorpionProcs. 3-1. One of the fastest and farthest fatals in this game is the solution that he had. But yeah, still incredibly fast reaction. The hat was not out yet.
I feel like
Lau was running in.
I honestly feel like I heard the assist before I saw the assist. Like, that's how quick that reaction was. I mean, you know, we're offline. There ain't nothing getting in the way of that. No 3-frame delay.
No?
No nothing. So if they do know each other that well, I mean, Baraka's Fatal Blow having the range that it certainly does.
Yeah.
Great series all round, and ScorpionProcs, I must say, over the course of this entire weekend, ScorpionProcs has just looked like if, like, both of the twins are performing at, like, 150%, ScorpionProcs has kind of looked a little bit 151%. Like,
yeah.
It's so marginal. It's so almost non-existent. But there's just been a couple of instances where ScorpionProcs has just looked that tiny, tiny, tiny little bit better this week.
I think that's right.
And I guess being reflected in a...
He was not on the ground yet. Literally, his feet were not on the ground yet. And already the fatal was freezing the screen. Incredibly fast reactions right there.
How do they do it?
By ScorpionProcs.
How do they do it, David?
Pretty good. Wow.
Oh, just realized we got a run back. So we are still in our top 4.
Yep.
But we are now going to move into the losers bracket once more. BryanLorrani and MKJavier. For those that may have only just been watching this from the top 8, first of all, welcome. Second of all, when they fought each other, it was to get into top 8 on the winner's side. BryanLorrani won that. It was Scorpion versus Sub-Zero, but played at the highest level. And it was a pretty comfortable win for Bryan. Now, the big thing about that match was it was Scorpion Stryker all the way. And Bryan came up and chatted to me afterwards, and he said, you know, I was when I was fighting Javier, especially after that second game, he was like, I was so convinced he would pick Khameleon, but he didn't. Like, Bryan was confused as to why Javier didn't change. Okay. And when I spoke to Javier after, Javier also said, I feel like I should have gone Khameleon at some point.
Oh, wow.
So
okay.
When they run this back now, as this is a rematch, I reckon it could be a Khameleon mirror, but Scorpion and Sub-Zero.
Dude, that's sick, man. In top 4 of an offline major here. Last time, 3-1 for Bryan. As we mentioned, the sole remaining Brazilian.
Let's go.
In the Brazil offline major. It is the matchup that we thought it might be. Sub Khameleon. I love the options for that character. What a cool team. Scorp Khameleon. We saw how cool that can get when Javier took down KingGambler. We're in now.
And these two characters use the same cameo in very different ways. General sort of combos there for Scorpion, but he's going to get more utility out of the flame from the fan lift. He's going to get more Jade Glaive to kind of neutralize the neutral. And then for Bryan, a lot of that is just conversions and crazy combo mix-ups.
Yeah, just making a lot of the stuff that Sub has dangerous rather than single hits.
You know what the real test of this match is going to be? Anyone that's ever played a Khameleon mirror, you'll know what I'm talking about. It ain't that hard to juggle your own Khameleon, but when you're having to keep a mental timer on your opponent's one as well, that's really hard to do.
The fact that they're not synced, right? That just makes it super difficult.
Yeah. All right, a full combo here. We're going to get some damage. The safe jump. Defense here from Javier. Does get clipped by the 4-4, but he blocks the mix-up correctly. Can't punish.
Oh, he actually tanked it with Glaive. That was cool.
Now, the comeback is still possible.
Oh, for sure.
Grab combo? Yes. Yes, indeed. Wait, Fatal Blow? We're spending this? I mean, Fatal Blow, we're trading a little bit of damage for full Khameleon, and the Khameleon's how we're going to win this round.
That may be the idea. Slams in there, and as you say, he's got more work to do.
Just in case. We are going to go from Melina to Jade.
Oh!
No pickup for afterwards, though.
He may have not wanted to allow Breaker. I don't know.
Just another overcommit. Oh, no!
Jeez.
Somehow that slide found its mark, and that round goes to Bryan. That whole sequence, the tactical use of the 200 damage fatal blow, somehow worked out. Good block. Enforces the mid. A lot of Sub-Zeros do like to crouch after that string, myself included.
Ah. Call out from Javier.
He plays plenty of Khameleon himself, and he has actually fought against a fair amount of Sub and Khameleon thanks to Combat League.
Putting up the wall, Javier said, okay, fine. I'll back off. You don't have to ask me twice to back off.
Oof. Didn't want to commit. Actually, no, sorry, couldn't commit.
He didn't have it. Yeah.
Looking at the wrong
I do,
side.
100%. That's already happened to me twice with both Khameleon and also Meter in this match, so...
Big jump in, lots of respect again. Strong defense. And this time, though, yeah, did just let the back 3-4 rock on its own. It's now going to be Melina. What are we going to do? We're going to spend the roll. We're going to get some damage
That
here.
is big stuff. 400, looking for the up block, and that is extra damage as the result on the punish.
Ooh. Because of punishing up block with the throw, seeing that restanding grab to 140 just feels weird. Lovely anti-air.
Backed off. Javier with the punish. BryanLorrani taking it.
Wake
up. Invul frames.
All right. It's going to be Jade for Bryan. Trying to establish those plus frames, keep that pressure. We're going to be moving into Melina now for Javier. Now, Melina is not going to give Scorpion those mix-ups, really, but she will give meterless conversion. In this case, here we go. Finishing this combo now with Jade for the pressure. Are we going to go in for the glaive? Possibly. There it is.
Yep, tried it out. Bryan with the same idea. Tried it again. She comes back fast. Oh, what a catch! He knew exactly what was up.
Where you going, Scorpion? Come back.
The idea that that's like a forced mix-up is so sick, you know, and the opponent could so quickly grasp onto that. I love that stuff.
Another free jump in. Those jump ins are going to start to hurt here. 111 HP for Bryan. That really isn't much.
Breaks through. Can he get a whiff punish? He didn't.
The block! And
Big punish.
you lose. You hit Khameleon, no breaker, and one of the first, maybe even the first brutality I have seen all tournament long.
Scorpion.
And it's Scorpion versus Sub-Zero, one of the original fatalities as well. Not from either of them, but I mean, look, that's great. That's sick. I love being such a nerd for this game.
Yeah, no, it's sick, dude, yeah.
All right. First blood scored by BryanLorrani in the second game, however. Oh, get
Not in
out of
time.
here.
Denied. So Khameleon gone for a little while now for Bryan.
Standing twos collide.
Oh, no commitment.
Pretty
Bryan playing
fast
just outside of that range.
Standing two. Didn't want to commit to a
I
katana.
see that, yeah.
Had so much time. Ooh. Wow. This is a strange exchange over the last kind of 20 seconds.
Very scrambly.
Wow.
Here it is. Yes, he's got it. Has to break quickly.
Something that Javier is very content to do is often hold on to that meter. I mean, the utility of Breaker is just so important in this stage of the bracket.
No attempt on anti-air. The extra damage on Jade. Out of the sky!
I mean, full combo here. We're going to fatal blow. You have to break.
Yeah. Hoping that glaive hits. We've seen the ice connect in that situation before. 9 seconds now. Bryan with a very slight life lead. He's trying to back off. Hoping to have seen Javier in the sky. Javier, is that enough? Now it is! Now it is!
We are just flying.
Wow. I wonder if Bryan thought, well, that wasn't a cancel last time. Maybe he's not going to lift this time either. He was wrong about that, if so.
Oh, we're spending meter here. We're going to start this round off strong with some big damage. Javier, this change to Khameleon has just been so huge for him in this matchup. This is not how the last match went at all when they played.
Yeah.
Just matching a little bit of chaos with your own, I suppose.
All the way through. He may be in Melina after this. Yep, Melina tries out for low.
Uh-oh. That's a full combo. Forward 3 glaive. Thank you very much, Jade. Appreciate you. All right. Yep.
That's so cool. Oh my god. That's sick. Javier patient. He doesn't really have too much use of the pink one on that range. So, trying out a couple of glaives. Chip damage if nothing else.
Try to whip punish with a slide there.
Yeah, I think that was the idea.
Javier, once more, full screen. I'm comfortable. I'm happy.
Oh, what a jump timing! It was exactly right. He jumped right before that projectile clone came out. It was like exactly perfect timing.
For me, David, interesting position though. Because now Bryan's in the position where, right, now I'm the one that's considerably down here. I was expecting him to change cameos the last time we fought and he didn't. Now he is. It's kind of going a little bit different. There is a Rain available. Do we think he's going to change to Rain here? I mean, you're banking your whole tournament. No.
I like that he's not changing. Yeah, he's had so much success with sub. The one time he did try out Rain in another match, it wasn't successful. So, yeah. And there's certainly nothing to stop him from coming back at this point. He's looked great throughout a large chunk of his matches and in parts of this match too.
Going to get even more damage here. The exact same conversion we saw before.
Tried on whiff punish. Not quite there. A couple of attempts at it. Javier backs off. He's the one who finds it. 3 bars gone for Bryan.
I gotta say, if this ends up being 3-0, that would be a huge shock for me.
For sure.
How crazy it was for Bryan the first time they collided. This being currently 2-0 for Javier is just impressive.
I super agree with that as Javier again plays the distance game. As soon as he gets Jade out, he wants to try glaive. Clear strategy in terms of when to spend. Here it comes out again. Oh, he did try it.
I mean, that's going to do huge damage. We have bar to spend. Not guaranteed! Javier on the verge.
Match point for him. Glaive. Bryan's turn, and he's trying it, but Javier weathered the storm. And now he waits through Melina. As soon as Jade comes, no, he's still patient. Oh, interesting that he would go for both of them, actually, with the purple. Counter glaive as they both had Jade at the same time.
They were at the time on a very similar rotation. Uh-oh! Size versus fan, intercept.
I really like that he could punish in that way. That's great for Scorpion.
Javier just needs to bide his time. Very little has happened in this possible final round here. With punish!
Khameleon was hit. And she's back, but after the combo was over, way too far, he gets to pick it up anyway.
All right, Bryan has got to make this one count.
Yeah, this is the chance.
Back against the wall, the last Brazilian player left in this bracket.
That crowd down there is itching to make noise. They haven't been able to throughout this whole set.
Decent damage, but the grab,
Oh,
that's
God.
plus, that's mad. Plus.
Again, we're in
Again.
20 seconds left. Can Javier again find it? No!
Oh, the break, he believes. Javier believes.
He believes? Why would you believe? 4 seconds, and underneath it is Bryan.
Even if he hit that throw, he still would have lost the round.
Yeah, you're
3
right.
seconds, he didn't have enough time. That's a long grab. Oh, that's such a good start for Javier. Forces the breaker. Try to chase down. No one home. Breaking through the ice clone with that reverse glaive. Patience. Just dash and grab. Okay, we're happy to take it. But now we're at a range where Melina probably won't exist that much outside of maybe that airborne Psy, but all right, Bryan showing us what he wants to swap.
Yes.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Again, extra damage on that. Bryan trying to move in, trying to find something. Yes, low hit. He does have Melina size. Good damage for him as he's up close now. He's got Jade. Could be overhead into glaive. It's not going for it yet. Low is the idea.
Katana time, so that slide becomes a lot more dangerous. The grab combos start to open up. We're both about to transfer over to Melina.
Again, it's the distance game. It's Javier feeling comfortable. He jumps over, no big deal. Happy to see that the Khameleon is wasted on the other side.
And while we're at this distance, that Jade is going to be the best disguise for Javier. We want that range.
Again, in sub 20 seconds. Now it's Bryan, the one who needs to make the comeback. He doesn't get it. Individual hits. He's running out of time. Overhead, of course it is.
He just has to block, David.
Javier is looking A-OK. 3-0 to move on into top 3.
Revenge is a dish best served cold. Because he was fighting Sub-Zero. It was like, mate, look, I could either do it either way because it's Scorpion versus Sub. So this really cringe dad joke has two different avenues to go. But look, that is one hell of a way to run it back. You
I'll say.
Lost against Bryan getting into the top 8 in rather dominant fashion, to be honest. Bryan was looking so comfortable, but was confused even then. Where was the Khameleon? I was expecting to see it. We saw it, and it was a very, very different story.
Yeah, just the way that Javier is playing with that cameo now, I'm not sure what his idea will be going up against Nicolas. I suppose part of it is going to be which character will Nicolas use, but I loved so much what we're seeing out of his Scorp Khameleon. There's so many tools. He gets to play how he wants to play at that distancey game. He gets to stab in now and then. He gets to get big damage. Say, look, what an awesome showing.
100%.
What an awesome. I mean, that is fantastic. 16 years old. The world comes to look at MK in Brazil, here in São Paulo, for the MK Brazil offline major. Everybody's eyes in the NRS scene are on this, and it doesn't get a bigger showing than to do what he did. At 16, to make it all the way here, over many of the players that we had expected, the established folks who've been so strong in the scene here for so long, he's the one who got the farthest. Congrats to him.
The Brazilian scene will no doubt be proud of him for this result. I mean, you know, I've only known him for 2 days, and I'm proud of him. I'm sure that is reflected by everyone. Probably made a lot of new fans over this weekend.
Sure.
So, you know, plenty of opportunities to continue to grind whenever there is South American Mortal Kombat online.
I mean, keep an eye. Yeah, look at Liga Latina Brazil. Like there's, you know, you can definitely watch this dude play in the future. That's it for today, though, for him. And we're gonna have Javier versus Nicolas in losers finals coming up.
Javier being minimum 3rd place is such a good result for him, even before we play these matches, because Javier is the kind of player that he's been pretty good on points. He did very well getting top 3. Actually, this is his 2nd minimum top 3 in the offline.
He comes into the 6th in points. What's interesting is actually that these top 3 that we have remaining were all already great in points. Nicolas came in today 7th in points, Javier 6th, and ScorpionProcs 4th. So all of them are going to shore it up even more. In a way, for some of the other players who are on the outside looking in KillerXinok, KingGambler and stuff, it's actually okay that the players who were already up there are even going to get further up there, because it means that nobody else is leapfrogging them, right?
Yes.
So there is actually, of course, they'd rather just get the points. But
now, a fun fact, this is the 2nd major offline that Javier has competed in, and this is another opportunity where there is minimum top 3. He would have to defeat Nicolas here to beat his current highest placement, of which he got 3rd at UFA, losing to Kanamani, where Tekken Master won that tournament.
yeah.
A matchup he has played so many times, but the twins are at the highest caliber. However, we must remember, I've seen Javier fight against Kanamani many times in this exact same matchup, so he's as ready as he can be.
Well, he finds himself in a tough spot to start things out here. This whole round has been him just getting pestered in the corner. Nicolas all the way through.
There's one thing about the twins, it's always optimal. You know, efficient, optimal. With this kind of character, that's really scary, because they will so rarely make a mistake and be so overwhelming all the time. That's one of the few instances, probably the first in the entire game, that Javier has had to say, right, it's my turn now.
That could have been broken the whole time, but Nicolas feeling comfortable.
Must be happy to hold on to the meter, I suppose.
Yeah, we'll see what he does with it.
Possibility for armor. some different hit confirms, maybe a little bit more damage. EX down back 3 opens up.
Did he wait for Stryker? I wouldn't put it past him, man. That defensive counter call of grenades, we've seen how important that can be.
Hang on. We just straight...
Kano's out of here. There's no Kano. Javier making it add up. And look at this!
Oh, smart stuff. If you jump the flames, the grenades hit. That was basically a checkmate.
Fight.
Oh, okay.
All right, we confirm. 3-4. 3-4. Give us a nice little ender. We have Kano coming in. Breaks the throw, though.
Again, the counter call. Oh, he was close enough and no Kano there.
Yeah, without Kano, Scorpion's 2-1. If you're at the right distance, a really nice punish on that Storm Cell.
Okay. Into the corner as a result. He's underneath. You know, the way that Raiden can pressure in that way under grenades is very effective. No, boy!
He tried. It was a valiant effort, if you ask me, but did not work.
No, indeed.
Mid! Just hit it. All right, we have a spear. What are we doing? Spending it.
Sure, final round.
In these instances, especially with Scorpion's Fatal Blow being kind of slow, I feel like a lot of the time Javier will spend it in a sense of, when else am I going to get that opportunity?
Yeah.
And even then, look at the damage.
No, it's good.
Pretty damn good.
It's good. Full Stryker. Nicolas just waiting it out. He does need to make a comeback here, but plenty of time. Oh, it does connect underneath! Oh, boy!
Flawless block. Really early, too. Delaying it to try and make the flawless block. No, it's still activated. It's still here.
Grenade! Oh, look at this game one, Javier!
That, to me, looked very much like Javier versus Kanamani. I mean, just the same degree of all the little things that Javier is looking for. He is as prepared for this matchup as anyone can possibly be. Not that it makes it an easy task.
No.
You're against Nicolas, for God's sake.
For sure.
But he's just looked... I've seen this from Javier so many times, you know? And he's keeping that form and that consistency offline. A different environment, a whole different country, halfway across the world.
Yeah.
A lot of growth as a player, I'm seeing. A lot.
Got him! Oh!
I gotta say, during
one
this
hit.
match, you know, I've definitely seen people in the past sort of refer to Javier as kind of like an online warrior and
Sure, yeah.
someone that, you know, online is his home. This level of play, I mean, we're talking top 3. This is losers finals. You're fighting Nicolas.
That may have been
looking
true
good.
for a while, but as you say, he's been top 3 in the couple times he's been to offline majors.
Scorpion.
Got him, yes!
Those jumps have been a pain in the backside, and we're going to end it. Don't even
Gives up
need
the
the
round.
meter. Javier.
He had 31% health-ish, it looks like, up there, and full resources, but again, Nicolas chooses not to break.
Doesn't quite get the flawless block there. Flawless blocking that Storm Cell, kind of tricky, and if you mistime it, you do kind of just get hit by the whole thing. Down 1, mid. Lovely flawless block, Nicolas. Now we have to remember the days of MK11. Nicolas and ScorpionProcs, their flawless blocks in that game were just out of this world. Punish! No!
Little bit too far for 2. And Nicolas still holding onto this corner. The cage he has set up, still active. Still here.
And the flawless block, the very first major patch this game introduced, not only does flawless block prevent the chip damage, but also the opponent's meter build for a strong duration. So that is a bit of a change for Raiden. Overall, nice duck. Full confirm, trading 1 bar for 3. Javier now, no safety net. Not even a striker.
No, he's just waiting. Trying to get that Stryker back. He's back.
I think he might even have let himself get hit by Kano.
Yeah, it's not an uncommon tech. Just get the distance back. Not too much damage on that, but not very many seconds left on it. Oh boy. Oh boy.
What is happening is when Nicolas just so happens to have pressed the button. Right, he's done it. Punish.
All right, well,
Nicolas, tenacious right there. He is sticking to you. You're always just outside of effective range.
it was only knives. Oh boy. Not the ball.
Oof. Spending both strikers there. Very expensive 3 seconds. That
What
was
an anti-air. The full readiness of Nicolas coming into play. Yeah, taking it. Javier stabs in, and back off to where he can feel comfortable yet again. However, almost at the corner on the other side.
More of that death spin just to create that space. Forward throw. Raiden's passive is activated, so he does take reduced chip now anyway.
See those eyes glowing.
Always going to naturally help you versus someone like Scorpion, where death spin with Stryker is a pretty dangerous tool. Defense, and grab again. Hit confirm, has to break this.
He has had weird breaker timings, but this time, there it was. There's the big duck! First time that Javier had tried that one in a while, Nicolas was ready for it. He had hoped that doing that into spin would have caught Nicolas blocking it out, but not this time.
Very difficult for Javier to find this fatal blow because you are in a horrible situation. The down one doesn't quite work. Trades. The down one again.
Very little time, 10 on the clock! I don't know how Javier's going to find this. Just grabs are not going to be enough. That's not going to be fast enough.
There's no built-in mix either.
That's not going to be fast enough. It's going to be 1-to-1, Nicolas and Javier playing as close as it gets.
Scorpion, not the kind of character that's going to be able to just have that explosive, I need to land a significant hit situation. I mean, right there. It's not really the kind of character that has an overhead low.
Yeah.
Grabs, just physically would not have had enough time.
You know who might be able to open up other tricks is Khameleon.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the reasons.
Yeah, I think this is a strong call here. Clearly the utility of Stryker is obvious and dependable, but he has had a great showing over the last couple of sets with Khameleon.
It's the time to go for it. Let's see how this weighs up for us. Really, the moment Khameleon was introduced to this game, Javier was in there straight away. I mean, really could just sense wonderful things with this character.
Well, took a little less damage, I guess.
Yeah, one hit, so I guess we saved ourselves 10 damage or
Yeah,
something.
right.
Plus grab, that down 4. That down 4 going to be a really important tool versus Scorpion at that range, because the only tool Scorpion has at a distance to that standing 2, it's a hide. A down 4 will clear it. Forward 4 with punish it. That's it. At that range, he's always sticking out that button.
Oof. Oh. Javier close now. He does find it. This time to confirm.
All right. It's going to have to be very simple. There's no Khameleon ready, and there's no meter either afterwards. All right. Those flawless blocks have been really good. That down one, he's been challenging that every time.
Yeah, it's like either he gets to take his turn or he gets hit by a ball, and he doesn't seem concerned either way.
I mean, if you block, you're vulnerable to overhead low, you're vulnerable to more chip, you're vulnerable to more storm cell. So I don't think the down one's a terrible choice.
No, I'm in. I think it's cool. Nicolas, as we've said, he has sometimes just like tank damage. It's almost the same exact life that he had when he did this previously.
No breaker there, by the way.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, he does not always break in situations where he could stay alive.
Glaive.
Here it is. That's one to get out of. Yes.
Super Serena. That's what that glaive is. Hits mid, better for combos. I mean, can't drain meter or anything, but oh so good. Right. Big jump in now. The delay on the forward 4. That one all hits on its own. Had only Nicolas committed, that would have been a full combo. Down
underneath. I don't know. Was that supposed to have been glaive? I'm not sure.
Either way, I mean, got away with it.
Oh, pick it up! And this could be huge stuff for Javier.
1-1-1. Back to finish. Yes, indeed. Oh, try.
Unsafe spot. Yeah.
I mean, it's risky as Scorpion because there is no low to combine it with.
There's that distance. Nicolas on the chase. And he's ready!
Absolutely ready. Yeah, kind of throwing a lot of that momentum away with that meaty Melina. It's this, maybe he could have armor broken a bit. I know Raiden's wake up's kind of slow.
It's pretty slow, yeah. 20 plus frames.
Again! 2 launched. Breaker has been forced. Javier. Punish. The electric fly. Dash in grab as well. Now Javier, wait a minute. Just add meter. Dash in. A grab of our own. Plus frames, my friend. Another
Again!
Plus frames!
It's still Melina.
The sequel.
That's what he's looking for. Throwing where Nicolas didn't expect.
That one hit its mark. Flawless block once again.
And he's away. That's it! Okay, wow, I had to get out of there.
All right, both no more meter.
Uh-huh.
The glaive is ready.
Using that glaive to move out of the corner, I love the utility of that.
Impressive cooldown. I mean, he's about to have the katana available. Does he commit to something like a ground fire? Goes for a big jump.
He just went in.
So
Jeez.
risky.
Oh, wow.
Molina is ready.
Underneath the knives! Yes, he took a little bit of health, and he's back off. Here comes Nicolas trying to chase down, and he gets pushed too far!
Khameleon got hit off screen. Oh no, Raiden, Kano did, sorry. I heard it. It was miles away.
15 on the clock, and Javier's out. No, he's whipping. Oh my god, it's getting real scrambly.
What is going on? I'm so confused.
All he's got to do is block low, and overhead's not going to kill. That's fine. Confirm on down one into guaranteeing the round. What a scramble these guys are in.
But I gotta say, Javier has been onto something with this down one stuff.
I'm with you.
I mean, if you sit and block that, he's just gonna get all the chip again.
Yep.
But if you get out with the down one, you take the turn. If you get hit by Kano, I'm far away. I don't give a damn.
I like that a lot, yeah.
I'm gonna steal that. Well, no, I played Quan, so it's probably not fast enough.
Oh, maybe not for you, yeah.
Not fast enough.
Yeah.
Either way, what is this result? 2-1 at the,
Oh!
at the full combo, David.
First time he has done that, he was successful. He did happen to have the Molina at exactly the right time. 350.
Narrowly did not trade. If that glaive hit, I mean, if you didn't break, you were losing the round.
Woo! He ducked under the knives. Here he goes!
Baby! Match point for MKJavierMK!
Round 2. Fight.
Look at this guy. The preparation, the readiness. Nicolas now is on the chase.
Still going for those interruptions. It's risky, though. I can't believe I'm saying that about Scorpion, that it's risky to try and deal with this forward three. Molina available. Molina being used constantly for a restand. What we doing? Big jump in.
Oh!
Down one.
A chance now for Nicolas. Yes, big confirm. 328 into the setup yet again. He's here exactly where he wants to be. It's denied.
All right, we're going into Molina now. Is that going to be just to bide the time? Do we have an opening? I mean, Jade's next, and that's the objective here. Yeah. Another one! Forces the break. You have to break this, surely.
He's not breaking? You got it, man. Kano is full. The full Kano's there. The full meters are there. This is 400 plus. No, almost. Nicolas.
I mean, we know he wants to storm cell. Kano ball. Can't duck that.
Oh, my God. Ducks under it, Nicolas. In the nick of time. So he will take the round anyway, even after voluntarily eating almost 400.
That was a bold grab, but those grabs have been paramount for Javier for opening up the threat of forward three. Without those grabs, that mid is not dangerous.
No!
God, are you kidding?
In his mind, this is the last round. He's bringing out the tricks now.
Yeah, it's now or never.
That was pretty sick, to be honest.
That was a very Javier
God.
maneuver, if I say so myself.
That was sick.
Now, resources gone. Nicolas, both cameos. The down one again. I mean, man, he's onto something.
Oh, a duck! Nicolas ready for it, and now all that aside, he's exactly where he wants to be. He's got a couple of bars. He's got a Kano ready to go. He gets the chance.
We're just going back to a safe distance again. Javier much more comfortable here.
Oh yeah, Nicolas chasing.
The down one again into instant overhead.
Kano was hit. Kano's not gonna be there for the breaker. There's Javier.
God, MKJavierMK defeating Nicolas in losers finals, making it into grand finals here with some of the most insane Scorpion that we've ever seen. He has now surpassed his current best offline placing. No longer third place at UFA, now minimum second place and 1/2 of the twins conquered.
Wow. Nicolas, for his part, put up a great fight. Even still, he had a lot of great series. He chased well. But you gotta say the story's Javier. With the down ones through that pressure, willing to take the hit on Kano Ball, no big deal. But if not, it's his turn, and he confirmed that into pressure or damage multiple times. He had excellent tech, man. Even more tech with the Khameleon. that I had seen before.
And right
Just
at the
genius
end,
stuff.
Right at the end, interrupting the Kano ball with the down one is what hit Kano, so that when the mid connected, there was no ability to break. I think we're going to see it here, actually, or close to. Can't quite remember. It was about here.
There it is.
One,
See ya, Kano.
take the turn. Kano's gone. You can't break now, and I hit the instant. That was very much, you know what? You got me.
Yeah,
Good game.
good work, good work.
game.
I mean, and honestly, what can you say? It was really good work. So now it is up to ScorpionProcs to hold it up. He starts from winner's side. He's got a great advantage in doing so. He only needs to win 1 3 out of 5 set. He's been here before, right? I mean, he's been in these grand final situations many times. You got to say he's looking strong, but even still, the way that Javier made his way through that, some of the tech he had that I hadn't seen before, just a real great job at continuing the development of this game's meta.
I don't want this to sound disrespectful in any way, because I do not mean it as such. When I saw that level of like the Raiden Kano and all the stuff that Nicolas was doing, just super, super, super powerful. But it's a matchup that we have seen a ton in the past. All right, here we go. We are starting things off. This is tournament, so the match has begun. The grand finals, MKJavier, ScorpionProcs, and kind of what I was talking about before, a matchup that Javier has played a bunch. Baraka Stryker is another one of those exact matchups. So if Javier is playing at his absolute best, I tell you, there's a chance he could do this. But ScorpionProcs, legend in his own right. The competitive pedigree. Very few players can match it. And now we pressure him with a Stryker. The down one just to steal the turn. You'll notice immediately Javier has wasted no time sticking with the Khameleon. However, down on life here, ScorpionProcs doesn't need much. Dash and grab. All right, we're starting to work on it. Anything substantial into Fatal Blow, ScorpionProcs will not have time to build a break. Oh, and he commits to the throw at a bad time as well. Round one for ScorpionProcs. May as well quickly mention this for anyone at home that doesn't understand the double elimination tournament format and what it means by, L next to Javier. Basically, long story short, ScorpionProcs is still in the winner's bracket, has not used the lifeline. So if Javier wins this 3 out of 5, it will essentially send ScorpionProcs to losers, and we go for one more set. If ScorpionProcs wins this 3 out of 5, that's it, the tournament's over. So really, ScorpionProcs has half the work, his reward for being the strongest player so far.
He's starting off the game looking pretty well. Continuing the string. Nice! ScorpionProcs. The fast one. Javier out of there.
Punish!
Punish! No, but the
Stryker.
grenades were there still. Of course they were. The grenades are there still. Khameleon. Yes!
Wait a minute.
Oh, baby, probably. Yeah, there we go.
Now, although this is a 950 health character, Baraka is definitely going to survive this. But again, it's that classic where we're going to go to an interesting range. Scorpion is going to have about a bar of meter, just shy of. And Khameleon's ready. Glaive toss or not?
Yeah, Glaive. It's been huge for him.
Maybe worried about the reaction.
Oh, it connected. No, the idea was a cool idea, but unfortunately for him, does not work out.
Right, game one in the books. ScorpionProcs.
Yeah, the idea of comboing Glaive directly into that is cool, but just not quite there. Spear whiffed. Baraka Stryker. Back in with Khameleon.
I wouldn't be surprised if Javier sticks with Khameleon for the rest of this entire
Yeah, I
tournament.
think you're right.
With how this has been working for him, I mean, you're in the zone with this pairing.
Hey!
Punish!
Javier looking good. ScorpionProcs not too worried about the damage there. Not enough to break. Oh! No, he's not there! Wow. That was pixels away on those blades. Tries it again. Yes, of course.
Oh, wow. Those Scorpion anti-airs kind of missing their mark.
Nope. He tried right back into EX Barrage.
That was you gonna try and press a button here?
I know, yeah.
I dare you, mate.
Got him!
Jump! Is that gonna work? Yes, indeed. And the standing one as well, just to prevent, because you know meter built is based on damage that you've taken.
Yep.
The standing one doing a little bit less damage, so it gives you less meter. That
Boy, that is
smart.
incredible optimization. Yeah, yeah, okay, yeah.
Round 2. Fight.
That is all 4 characters on the screen.
I know, yeah. This is a team fighter. Breaks it. And again. Grenades always there to the rescue, just in case! Connection! Doesn't even want to see the follow-up hit.
Okay. Nice aggressive situation here for that Baraka.
Yeah, I still really like the movement that ScorpionProcs is showing. The back and forth. The insistence on pressure in ways that are not what other Baraka strikers are doing. Here it is, though.
So, like, individual button focused.
Yeah.
Very rarely finishing anything. Loads and loads of staggers. The trade!
Okay!
Scorpion out of the trade animation.
Okay!
God, Chameleon's a cool cameo.
Absolutely, absolutely. And backing off. To that range. Oh, okay! Javier actually took more damage than he dealt there. Just looking to get a Khameleon back on the blue one right now. Yes, and as he was there, he comes in.
We're going to spend the bar. 1-1-1. Watch out.
14!
For that armor. You have to watch out.
Out of the sky!
The ground! Okay, 1 round apiece in game 2. A rather pivotal round this, because the difference between 1-1 and 2-0 when you're on the loser side of Grand Finals is a big mountain.
Absolutely. Okay, funky timing. Javier, though, ready. Glaive! And he does break. Wanted to see if Javier would get the confirm, but he did.
I guess silver linings are being hit by that. It took Javier out of the corner, but I think he'd rather have the health at this point. Man's looking a little bit tender. Oh, good lord. Blade charge.
Keep it up. Yes, he knew it. He knew it. Oh!
Javier was ready for that too.
Yeah. And turned it into pretty legit stuff, actually. Geez, 318.
All right, back to the glaive. The glaive has been really the miracle move in this matchup. Really, against both of them.
In general, yeah.
Yeah.
Very patient, Javier, slowly walking towards the corner. Okay, pop as the grenades knock him out of it. Oh! Chip, can he get the flawless? Not in time. 2-0 now, ScorpionProcs.
Okay, so an interesting next match. This is either going to be the end of the tournament or the start of what has got to be a reverse sweep to even reset this bracket. That is so much work for Javier. Okay. If any Javier fans at home, I mean, now is the time to, I don't know, just give him the best wishes or something. ScorpionProcs will take no prisoners.
Oh, man, I really like that. The movement that allows really opens things up.
Okay.
Oh. All right, ScorpionProcs is going to let it happen.
Yeah, definitely no reason to break when you've got this much health down. May as well just hold on. Oh, micro duck as well. No grab to be had, and we'll take that. Javier, 1 round on the board. I mean, has to keep this up, otherwise ScorpionProcs 3-0 in Grand Finals. Interruption.
Okay, cool. Yeah, good to see somebody blow up the gap there. ScorpionProcs gets the bounce. Shovel into always legit damage as Baraka. Underneath! Ooh, that was barely in time.
There's definitely something about ScorpionProcs. He's really not afraid to do strings into that. I believe it's down back 1 or something like that. Whatever the slash is, the 2 slashes. Not as vulnerable to gaps as the down forward 2.
Exactly, yeah. Force the stand so that you can make sure that they block the grenades at the right spot. If they block. Oh! he had 3 bars, I guess. Why not party?
The Javier special. Give me that spear. We're going to do decent damage here. We have Melina ready. Is that something that we're even going to use?
Ah, he sure did. Not there in time. Oh, no!
The game. That is the game right there. 2-1 punish. And Javier brings a game on the board, making it 2-1.
Wow. He even had the 2 buttons first. It was 2-1. They were on block, surely, and unfortunately,
That
they
must have been,
misconfirmed.
was so confident
he just
that was
put
gonna
it
do
in, right,
He
yeah.
just dial that in. Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
probably right.
All right, a game on the board for Javier. Smart down 2. I mean, it can look kind of ugly sometimes, down 2ing in between the grenades and that, but it's the best way of punishing something. Get more damage than them. Get greedy with the punish, and those grenades turn into a full combo, so...
Better start here for ScorpionProcs. Whoa! All right. He was not at 3 bars and was willing to take the risk anyway.
All right. That glaive has consistently been good. There's the up block. It's rare that Javier's finishing that straight.
I was just going to say, had he even finished it before? Oh! That was sick. He covered it.
All right, that's not going to kill, I don't think. It's going to come close to it, though. It's going to be close.
Yeah, I don't know here.
It's
1,000 health.
down to mash, possibly, but I'm looking at the fact that Last Breath won't activate because it's the first round. Yeah. Ooh, instant jump kick.
Oh!
Wait!
He actually might get grenaded anyway. No, he ducked it! He ducked it!
He finds it! I cannot believe that hit before the grenades did.
The random animation of Scorpion just happening to duck when he does his fatal blow. He just happens to. You don't need to. That's just how they happen to make it. And he got under the grenades. Unbelievable.
All right. Well, Javier continuing to surprise. A surgical armor in between. Lovely up block on that jump kick, though, ScorpionProcs. Not phased by that.
Oh-ho! This is exactly what ScorpionProcs is looking for. Pressure in the corner, frame traps in the corner. And still his turn even, Javier. Not going to bother with the breaker here. It is match point, tournament point, ScorpionProcs.
After all that, after all of those moments, it could just come down to this next round, and it's like nothing happened. Right, dash and grab. ScorpionProcs laying this pressure on alarmingly thick. However, the reverse of momentum, actually. Oh, the grab combo because we threw him out. That is so sick.
That is pretty sick.
Even more so with the Melina. I have never seen that combo in my life. All right, that's a conversion. Get back in that corner.
Pressure still continues here. Javier does have 3 bars. Yep, connection. Right. No grenades to interrupt this time.
He has consistently just not been afraid to pull the trigger on that armor. And we're doing so many throws now, every mid becomes risky. No up block. I was maybe half expecting it. Bad trade. That is not the damage you want to take at this point in the tournament.
He's running out of life.
Throw tech.
ScorpionProcs is exactly where he needs to be! If he finds anything big, and he does exactly that! ScorpionProcs is gonna take the whole thing! 3 games to 1, ending it off! First place again! ScorpionProcs.
That was just a thoroughly enjoyable way to close out this tournament. Javier at the end, getting kind of overwhelmed, you know, he's been playing hard all day, he's had countless matches right near there when he went for the instant jump kick. I do wonder if that was like meant to be a teleport or something, but ScorpionProcs was just at that magical range where you might jump, but I've still got range to outspace you. I'm a little bit further away than you're down 3, so that's going to be rough. I've got Stryker to work with. I've grabbed you a bunch of times, so who knows what I'm going to do next. I mean, just the perfect change of tempo to close out this tournament. So ScorpionProcs, a well-earned first place, but I think really the talk of this tournament, besides the performance of ScorpionProcs, is going to be that second place MKJavier finish, because that is one that I'm sure all of EU is very proud of.
Sure.
Javier is going to be over the moon with it, because the number one reason he went to this event was because he's doing good on the leaderboard and he wants to keep his place as secure as it can be in the leaderboards.
Yeah, although, oh man, that was great. Look at this. Look at how you see him move. Happened to move downwards. Oh my god. That was too good.
How low can you go?
That was too good. Yeah, I think, look, obviously ScorpionProcs gets #1 here, but I think it's got to be considered a winning result for a lot of these players here. For ScorpionProcs, for Javier, for Nicolas, coming into this, all three of those players were already in the guaranteed spots where you get invited to Final Combat, to Final Combat. So the fact that they into this. So a lot of those players, yeah, I mean, look, Gambler would have loved to have gotten more points. Of course, he ends up in 5th, and KillerXinok ends up in 5th. Both of those players just outside of where you need to be to get invited to Final Combat. Something like 14th or 13th something is where they started out before this. So they'll get some points, surely. They'll move up a little bit. Not exactly what they wanted, but they did still get stuff. In any case, I think a lot of these players can be happy with the results, even though only one gets first place.
It was a great story. There were so many stories at this tournament, actually. I think the biggest one to take away from the event as a whole is just the new generation of Mortal Kombat players. There were so many younger players in this bracket that were just absolutely sublime, world class. And it's like, you know, this is their first major Mortal Kombat game. They might have played a few, dabbled in the past, but this was the one where it's like, right, I'm taking it seriously. I want to get involved in tournaments. So, yeah, so much, excuse me, to break down. As you can already tell, my voice is given out anyway because it's been a long weekend.
It's been good.
It's been a lot of matchups.
Yeah.
But it's been a bloody good time. So overall, I mean, we appreciate you all so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here with me, mate. It's always a pleasure.
Dude,
it's
blast to watch.
Yeah. Shout-outs to the local boys as well. That's just been... It's just... This kind of tournament is exactly what I love and why I love Mortal Kombat.
Also, Baraka.
Baraka's cool.
Doing pretty well out there in those offline majors.
Yes, indeed.
Having taken first place as well under Tekken Masters guidance at UFA. So yeah, awesome tournament overall. Have loved being here in São Paulo. Awesome to hang out with people. It's a huge city. We don't get to see much of it, but it's really nice to be able to see parts of it and learn a little bit more about the culture and the players here. That's been a blast as well, on top of some of the absolute best MK1 action that I have seen so far. Some of the most creative, some of the most interesting, some of the closest matches. If you didn't get to watch the whole thing, again, I highly recommend going back to at least the start of the top 16 and checking out all those matches. It was awesome.
Check the tapes. That's the best way to go. But I do believe we're finishing up here. So my name is Ketchup, joined by Ultra David. Shoutouts to Ariel. Shoutouts to Buyu. It's been a really fun tournament. Shoutouts to all of the local commentators as well. There's actually a separate booth here that's been going out to the Brazilian accounts, if I'm not mistaken. So there's been a lot of people working hard. The hard-working production team behind the scenes, Combat Club, WB, NRS, all the usual people, you suppose, at this kind of tournament. So we appreciate everyone's involvement, everyone's support, and more importantly, you at home for watching, and I hope enjoying the show. We're going to peace out here, celebrate for the night. Wonderful tournament, and we will see you next time. Goodbye.